Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Wednesday, on time this time, early in fact, on time, for another episode of Iron Gods, the Fires of Creation. We have a fantastic show for you guys tonight, lots of cool things to do, lots of cool stuff planned, but before we get started with all that, we are going to say hello to our players. How's it going, players?
It's going well.
It's going great.
It's going
How's
well.
it going,
Asker.
Dungeon Master?
I am
Such
doing,
a good day.
I
How are
am
you
doing
doing, DM?
fine.
That is
That
really
is
interesting.
Interesting. So here,
Oui, ça va.
we are ready to begin tonight's game.
Engage Dungeons and Dragons.
Fig boot
In
rolls in
3,
one.
2, 1, and engage.
Well,
Alexa, roll my dice.
Okay.
wait,
you rolled a
will
one.
it actually do that?
Yeah.
I don't have one.
You
Oh.
can ask Siri to roll a d20.
Really?
Hold on, what's the Android?
Now
What's the
I
Android
just imagine in the future, like we'll all just be
Oh, no,
really,
is it Cortana?
we'll all just be
Hey,
really
Siri.
lazy, like sitting around like on couches with just the
Google
AI taking the
Cortana.
center.
D20.
roll a d20 for
Yeah.
me. I can't
get
to the phone.
Your goblin
Roll a
attacks you.
D20.
Roll d20.
Ah, shit, didn't do it.
No.
I'll just
My
say,
iPhone just did it.
Alexa, play Dungeons and Dragons for me, and then she'll
Oh,
just.
no.
do
I could go up on a very long rant about that Alexa thing, and then the other, what is the other Google Echo?
Cortana.
Yeah.
What the Okay, no, I'm not going. No.
Why not?
Like why? Just why?
Okay,
Why?
chat. You're gonna have to keep your eyes on Scott for me, Mr. Quinn, because if he keeps that scarf on his face the entire night, I'll give him $20. Because I know it's gonna get hot.
Gonna
as
be
fuck.
hot.
It's already like super dark.
He's like,
Also,
this was
he's,
a
like,
poor
falling
decision.
down. Yeah, like an hour, and I'm like.
We're gonna see when he cracks.
Well, before we,
Also, I can't smoke my pipe.
which is not even lit.
But this evening's lit. I'm so ready.
I'm
I saw
super-
that coming.
Yeah.
I saw that coming. 3 miles against the wind.
A pun isn't really a pun if it's predictable.
I didn't say lit first though.
So before we get into announcements and all that stuff, why don't we go around and have each player tell us a little bit about who they are playing. We'll start as usual with the uncountable Petra.
Uncountable?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know, I just use a random word in front of everyone's name.
Well, at least I'm accountable for.
I
I tried, guys. I tried. Anyway. Hey, everyone. I'm back once again as Robin, the ex bounty hunter, who returned to her hometown of Torch after her last job went really bad. We still haven't found out what exactly happened because we haven't had any real downtime so far. We've been running into weird creatures underground and then getting electrocuted. Well, not me, not Robin, but the others. And then running into weird creatures, including a really weird plant-like blob last time. So yeah, anyway, playing Robin, human. I'm using the what's it called, Arcane Trickster class for that, and we're being swarmed. That's where we stopped off last time. I'm scared. So yeah, it's all good.
Okay. And next we have the unconquerable Scott.
I like that one a lot better than unnumbered. That's pretty good. I'm Scott, and I play Quinn, and he wears a bandana over his face like this. And I've now been doomed to wear it over my face, and it's really difficult.
For $20.
Falling down. Yeah, for $20 of like what imaginary money over the internet.
Internet money.
Internet dollars.
No, they're real dollars.
Real dollars. Okay. Cool. Great.
It was said on the
This is
internet,
my
it
life.
has to be true.
Just like there are no girls on the internet.
That's
not
true.
not
Or
met
not.
one yet. And next we have the.
Wait, is he done?
Is he done? I don't know. Is he done?
Sure. Maybe
Sure.
done.
Okay.
I don't think he
Like,
wants
Quinn,
to talk
you need-
because it's
you
gonna
need
get hotter
any-
in that scarf.
And moist.
I don't know what more I could tell you.
Well, we didn't
So-
actually catch any of that because it was muffled.
How muffled is it? Like super bad?
No. he's just messing with you.
Next to him, we have the unsoluble Zach.
I think it's a good thing. You're like unsoluble, like a really hard riddle. Oh, no, that would be
No,
unsoluble.
not
Never mind.
unsolvable. Unsolvable.
Unsoluble means he doesn't
He
dissolve.
doesn't dissolve in water or liquids, I guess.
Yeah, no.
I guess that's good.
That,
Does
yeah.
that well, you didn't specify a liquid, so does that also mean that I have acid immunity for this session?
I don't know.
I think so.
There you go.
And I'm
See?
unconquerable, so I can't die this episode.
Yeah, and then Petra, what was her?
Can't be numbered.
Uncountable.
Yeah, I'm uncountable.
Oh,
They
so-
never know
so
what
you
I'm
have-
going to do
She doesn't
next.
have to track
I have
her-
a +2 dex.
She,
You don't-
Yeah, she
no,
has
you don't
a
have to
displace
track-
abuse effect.
Oh,
See what
I
you've done.
was gonna say she doesn't have to track her hit points for the session.
Welcome
I'm not
to
gonna complain.
welcome to Exploding Dice, where everything's made up and the rules don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what happens when you come up with weird adjectives for us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I could
You
come up
brought
with
this on
weirder.
yourself.
I am playing the indomitable, insoluble, extremely charming Bolus Figboot. That's it.
Big boot.
Nothing else needs to be said.
Figboot.
And so then that
else.
means last but not least, we have the.
Fuck up my adjective.
Oh shit! There's pressure now.
There wasn't before.
The inimitable tiger.
I don't even know what that means.
The incorrigible?
Did
No.
you say inimitable?
Yes. Are you gonna look it up?
Yep.
I don't even know.
It's
how
not a
to spell
word.
it.
Oh, it's a Twitch streamer.
Oh, it makes so much sense now. That's the nicest thing you've ever said about me, Askren.
I'm almost positive that is a word. I'm gonna.
Inimitable?
Yeah.
Can you use it as a definition?
Can you use it as a
Oh,
definition?
sorry. Inimitable, so good or unusual as to be impossible to copy.
Hey, I
How do you-
can take that. I'm like a rare bunny, unique. All right.
Oh,
Really?
inimitable.
Oh, all right. There you go. I play Karak Stormcleave, and I just kind of follow the party and hit things, and keep Quinn from dying, and then inadvertently almost kill him.
That's too accurate.
And I mean, I'm gonna do that tonight because he's gonna die of heat stroke for 20 bucks.
For $20. Woo!
Whew. Man, you picking up the wrong bets, buddy.
All right. Well, before
Would've
we
done it for $5.
dive
Oh shit!
in,
All right, $5. Let's go.
you guys hash that out between yourselves in chat. Before we dive into our recap, of course, just want to go ahead and go do a couple of announcements. If you guys have not already done it, please hit up that giveaway that we have going on right now. If there we go, exclamation point giveaway. As we are rolling towards the middle of the month, we have an entire set of Dwarven Forge going to one lucky winner this month. Yes. Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles. Because we hit 200 retweets on that, I went ahead and worked a deal out with my fantastic friends over at Reaper Miniatures to add on like $100 worth of Reaper bones to that giveaway. So that is getting even better, and if we hit 300 retweets, we've got even more Dwarven Forge coming at you. So definitely get on that if you haven't, and even if you have, go ahead and share it anyway. Friends, family, you never know. the more retweets we get, the more loot we add, and if you're already following here on Twitch and on Twitter, then you are already entered, so go claim those. This Tuesday we did not have, did my music end? This Tuesday we did not have a fuzzy dice, because I was kind of sick, but we will be having one next week. I have to look at my calendar to see exactly who. I'm gonna do that right now. Google Calendar. I believe it is, fuck it. I'm almost positive that next week is going to be... Yes, the 16th is Satine Phoenix, the current host of, Geek and Sundry's Dungeon Master Tips, and a Maze Arcana, and a really cool friend of mine. Yeah, and she's gonna be here. We actually have some really crazy other guests, because also during that week, I'm going on Friday. I'm gonna be having Margaret Crone, who is a streamer, cosplayer, and just a really, really cool person, and a really knowledgeable D&D person. And then the 23rd, I'm going to have Geek and Sundry's Jason Charles Miller, the musician. He's going to be coming to hang out along with our friend Amy Vorpal, who is a veteran of the show. And there's other guests coming, so stay tuned and watch Twitter for all of those announcements. Right now we have our Sunday show is on hiatus, but we are putting together something for you. We've been kind of working it out so that Sundays have really weird experimental things. This past Sunday we did community games where we played lots of Jackbox stuff and just hung out a bit and got drunk. We may be doing some one-shots with some other guests coming up in the Sunday slot. Lots of cool stuff being worked on, and then hopefully very soon we'll have a new campaign rolling in that slot. So once again, keep your eyes out. I think that's all of the announcements I have. Just hold on. It's exclamation point quest, by the way. Dungeon and then a number if you wanna raid the dungeon. Yeah, I think that's all the announcements I have. So why don't we go ahead? Oh yeah, last thing, and I always forget to do this, but I don't want to. If you guys have not checked, down below we have a link to our really, really cool partner, Elderwood Academy. I was gonna say Wormwood Gaming, but it's Elderwood Academy, the maker of fine wooden D&D products, dice boxes, rolling trays, all that kind of stuff. They have been
spicy meatball.
Yeah, they make wooden products and meatballs and holders for your meatballs.
Yes,
wooden meatball holders. I will send them an email about that.
Actual quarterstaff Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, they'll make one of those too. They've been partnered with us, and they make some really, really crazy stuff. They provided some really cool shit for the channel, like these fantastic exploding dice vaults, which you can see right here. I have a whole shipment of these coming in, so giveaways coming. And our other sponsor, who you will be hearing throughout the episode, is our fantastic friends over at Sirenscape, who provide all of the sound effects and ambient music and stuff that you'll be hearing during the show. So, what happened last week?
I
After
lost a friend.
Yeah, it was sad. After wandering through the desert, the underground desert in this strange environment that the party had found, after heading into the caves under the town of Torch, they discovered that this desert was not real. It was in fact a synthetic environment, a habitat module crafted to hold some sort of life form in this strange alien ruin. You fought some strange skeletons there, and where we picked it up last time, you were just in combat with this alien creature who you've never seen before, a four-armed creature with a strange shaped head. It spoke a language that you did not understand, and it assaulted you with no real fear of its own death. It seemed to have the same sort of skeletal structure as those undead that you fought in the desert. After killing it, looting its room and moving on, you eventually found that Connor Bain, the man who you were sent down here to look for, as well as a way to fix the torch, the fire in the town of Torch, had not presented itself, so the only place to go was deeper into the complex. As you passed through the outer ring, you entered a different ward of this complex, and you found a what appeared to be a more ruins, more ancient sort of metal structure. This one appeared to be an office or a reception area of some sort, and the first thing you noticed in the room was there was a doorway and there was a lot of blood. You followed that blood down a corridor, and you found blood, burn marks, and other sort of scars along the walls, indicating that there was some sort of fight that had happened there before you got there, as well as a few dismantled robots that seemed to be victims of this fight. You went further in following this blood trail, and you emerged into what appeared to be a research chamber. This chamber, vacant and quite disheveled, with no one occupying it, save for what you discovered to what you originally thought was a sample of mud that was either held by or powering this machine, which turned out not to be mud, but sort of an incubating structure for this strange purple ooze-like creature with a mouth that spoke to you telepathically. It was curious, it was hungry for knowledge, and you named it Reginald Brainsley.
The third?
The third.
That was such a great
Percival
introduction.
Reginald Brainsley III, Esquire.
Esquire. Yeah, he never got to practice law,
These
unfortunately.
guys.
He never
I
truly
just
did.
tried to touch him.
No, he wrote
Yeah,
a will.
Big Boot was very fond of him, and
then-
he almost lost his life.
Cue the Sarah McLachlan.
Oh man, why is this lagging so much for me? But you did sort of have an exchange with it. You managed to glean a small bit of information before somehow Figboot angered it. It attacked, and you were Quinn, I think specifically, was forced to kill it. And so
yeah, we did that together.
So as Percival Reginald Brainsley III, Esquire, died painfully and having never fulfilled his dream of being a telepathic
Don't
lawyer.
say that. Don't say that. No.
You heard a noise sort of echoing from deeper within the ruin, and as you looked through the doorway, you saw what appeared to be a green tidal wave, a wave of small green creatures, wild hair, thrashing mouths and arms, and weapons in their hand, and they were pouring down this corridor towards you guys, screaming, shouting, banging on the walls, making quite a bit of ruckus, and it was all you had time to do to slam these mechanical doors in their face before they could reach you. But as we pick things up, you guys are trapped in this room. They are on the other side of the door, and it is going down. So that is where we're gonna move you guys back to the map. Let me do that. No, right here.
Guys, are those halflings? Is that what they look like?
No, Grog, that is not what they look like.
And before we pick things up and before we jump right into that, let me just remember, guys, if you haven't already hit it, please hit that retweet link. Let all your friends know. Tell them to come hang out with us. Of course, if you are enjoying the show, please hit that follow button. We are now officially on our road to 2,000 followers. Big charity stream when we get there, as well as we are just one Game Wisp sub away from hitting our first milestone. If we do, that means we get a whole pile of new Game Wisp emotes. Those emotes are for subs only. They are already made. I have them ready to go. We just need to hit that milestone. So if you are enjoying it, it's just gamewisp.com/exploding dice. It's $5 a month, and you get all kinds of perks, little ways you can affect the game. Speaking of affecting the game, if you guys want to get involved, there is a donate banner down below. You can hit that banner, and you can There are all kinds of ways you can interact. You can give the party natural 20s, advantage, disadvantage. You can also have them acquire harrow cards that will predict a bit of their fate or prophesize something in the future. There are also some other ways. So if, hit that. All that goes to the overhead for the show and keeping everything running. So we greatly appreciate it. All right, that is all the shilling. Let's talk killing.
If I remember correctly, didn't they, all three of you guys, use your natural 20s that were granted to you for when Percival screamed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, and I
Yeah,
didn't because I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Yeah, you nat
right?
20'd the shit out of that.
Do I still have the one that person gave?
Yes,
Or,
you do.
Okay, cool. Got it.
And I still have the inspiration, right?
If you haven't
Or
used
is
it,
it only for one session?
we'll say yes.
All right, still have it then.
All right. So let me turn this music up as I find some cool
that a
Sirenscape
dab?
music. What's up?
It was a sneeze.
Oh.
That I turned into a dab.
That was like the slickest dab I've seen.
I'm a well-practiced individual.
How you feeling over there, Quinn?
I feel great.
Well,
So others right now on the map, I only see those creatures coming from the one side of the southern tunnel.
Yeah, so let me just we are gonna, you guys are sort of, we're still gonna use the same, actually, you know what, let's roll a new initiative for this, because you guys all ended combat last time, so
Maybe they just want to play.
Oh, good. Everybody did beat
Big
you.
Boot has the highest
Yeah.
initiative.
And no one wants to do anything. Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
It's because he's so inspired and so upset from the loss of
Yeah, and
Percival
this
Reginald,
the stupid brain Gina is the
Brainsley.
reason we're being swarmed right now.
The
and he's
third
still
Esquire.
whining about it.
all
Okay.
right. So you guys are, oh, didn't mean to pop that out. Let's get, you guys all got your initiative in. We are going to roll for these guys. So there's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. Let me find their stats. Here is 1. Nope. 19 for number 2. It's gonna be 13. And for number 3 is going to be 20. All right. So, you guys just had time to grab these kind of doors, and you are sort of in the process of hauling them closed. However, just as you're doing this, these particular creatures, you see these small ones who, I will give you a view of them. They're kind of coming down the hallway at you, sort of stumbling over each other, like shaking spears in the air and charging at you. But they're not moving incredibly quickly. However, these larger creatures
There's a big one.
are moving much more quickly, and this one is gonna kind of slide around the corner, kind of scrambling like over the heads of some of these, and is going to charge in and get a single attack before you guys manage to slam the door. So this is going to be a melee attack, and we're gonna see who it gets. On a 1, it's Quinn. On a 2, it's Karak. Quinn, it's you.
Of course.
Get wrecked.
Quinn, you are going to take a 17 bite attack.
That's a hit.
All right. All right, so this thing managed just as you're sort of grabbing this door and hauling it closed, this thing just manages to snap down on your leg, and you feel kind of chomping into it. You're gonna take 5 points of damage as it sort of deals some piercing damage to your leg.
What do those bigger creatures look like?
The one that just attacked him?
Yeah. Is it? Tell me.
It looks it is like a four-armed sort of shambling pile of moss with snapping jaws.
4 legs, though.
Yes. Did I say four-armed? I meant four-legged.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
All right. So that is gonna be that. These guys. Now you guys, these guys are basically gonna move here. You guys slammed the door, so that is we'll have that sort of happen. Hold on. Copy. Paste. All right, so the door will slam immediately after that, which is why these next guys are going to sort of rush up, and you hear them sort of hit the door and start pounding on it. And all you can sort of hear is the pounding and the shouting and all the noise coming from outside.
But right now, it's just coming from that direction.
As far as you know, yeah.
Okay. For some reason, last week it sounded to me as if they were swarming us from both sides.
It's your conclusion to draw. All right, so that is gonna happen. Figboot, what do you want to do?
All right. So when they closed the door, did they are they manually holding it closed now, or did they have to jam in numbers and then now it's shut as a mechanism? Is it shut by itself now, or are they holding it closed?
They sort of pushed this door closed. They didn't use a key code to do it. They used their like an elevator. They kind of shoved it closed, so it's not necessarily locked. It's just kind of being held closed.
Okay, so they are still holding it closed, basically, right now.
Yeah, they just got it there, so because their turn hasn't come up.
Okay. I am going to then. Well, I'm going to stay in the same place. Actually, I'm going to move over here, just one over. And then I'm going to hold my action with a heat metal spell. And I'm waiting for the moment when my two friends are no longer touching the door. That's all.
Okay.
And that will be my trigger.
All right. So as you kind of put your hand down on the ground, you used this once before, didn't you?
Yes, I did, but I have 2 second level spells.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, so you sort of put your hand down on the ground, and as you sort of take a breath, you feel your connection to the elements as you sort of reach out. You feel all the metal in the room, and you kind of focus in on this particular area, the doors being the farthest point ahead you can see, and you begin waiting with bated breath. Quinn, what do you want to do? They're these things are beating down or slamming against the door that you are holding shut. You're muted.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back
Okay.
and draw my sword.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I had a static image set as my video. Yeah, I guess you've noticed I've taken off my scarf. Damn it! Thought I had figured it out.
You're trying to cheat.
Sorry, buddy.
It didn't work. Oh man.
He's been found out.
Anyway, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back from the door so that I don't get scalded when it heats up, and I'm gonna draw my sword and I'm gonna get ready for whatever the hell's gonna come through that door. If possible, I'd like to have a Hunter's Mark spell Like if something does break through, can I just straight up cast Hunter's Mark? It's a bonus action.
Yes, I will let you ready Hunter's Mark for the first thing that you see.
Thanks. Okay, that's my turn.
Weird. Okay, cool. All right. That means we are moving on to Karak. Quinn has stepped back. The door is being pounded on, and you are still technically holding it.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and. So, what is the rate in which it's going to heat up?
I didn't say anything, but I would have said on my turn that I am going to heat the door up, so let go of it. And that's all I would have said, so you wouldn't really know, I think. But it's gonna be hot.
Okay. Giggity. All right. Karak is gonna step back, ready your axe, and start going and slip into a rage. So that way next turn I can slip into frenzy. So, slipping into the rage, and I guess, can I hold an attack?
Yeah, you can ready in action. You have to tell me what you want to ready it for.
Readying an action for the first creature that steps right in front of me when the door is open.
Okay. All right, cool.
And it will be a reckless attack with rage.
All right. Robin,
Okay,
it looks like
so-
the door. What's up?
Can I cast my heat metal spell now, since they're not touching the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so I focus on the door, and I cast heat metal on the door, and until I remove my concentration, any creature in physical contact with the door takes 2d8 fire damage, and I rolled an 8.
They get
There
a
you
Constitution save.
The Constitution save I read is if it's holding or wearing an object,
Okay.
and the Constitution save is to determine whether they drop it, but they're not going to drop a door, so yeah.
Or will they?
All right.
Will they?
What if the big one picks up the door and tries to use it like a weapon? You shouldn't have said that out loud.
All right.
Sorry,
Thanks
guys.
for the idea.
So
Yeah, so that's
anyone in contact with it has to take 8 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Give me 1 second here. Okay. So, as your two companions step away from the door, with their attacks ready, you let out your magic. You let it flow through the metal, and you guys kind of watch as the door itself is fairly thick, so it doesn't like glow red hot, but you see kind of the surface of the metal begin discoloring, and you guys hear like loud screaming coming from the other side of the door.
Good. This is good.
All right. Does that persist, or is that just one round?
I will
It's a
read.
concentration.
It's a concentration. So what happens? You cause the object to glow red hot. And
Yeah,
creature in
concentration means
physical
it
contact.
means you can keep it heat it up if you
until
want.
the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause the damage again.
Yes. So do you want to maintain it?
Yes, I'm going to maintain it.
Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. So that.
Oh, and it's Robin's turn now.
I was gonna
Yes.
say.
Sorry,
skip my
Robin,
turn.
your turn.
Walking over to the door. Is that door closed?
No, that's the door you came through.
Okay, for some reason I always have that image in my head that it's like a sliding door, it automatically. Do I hear anything coming from that direction?
Roll me a perception check. You hear the screaming and echoing coming from behind you. You're not really sure. You probably hear some noise, but you can't quite tell what it is.
Okay, I sort of say to the others, we could always try to leave this room. If they're only coming from this side and they trying everything they can to get through the door, maybe we can trap them ourselves in return. sort of loop around and then hit them in the back.
That might work.
We don't even really know if that corridor goes all the way around. We could be working ourselves into an even worse trap.
Well, true. Okay, the last thing I do is I look up at the ceiling. Is there some kind of vent system? Anything that might perhaps be a way out?
The ceiling is here. Let me get my exact notes on this. The ceiling is, there are lights. Where are we? Yeah, so the ceilings are, they look like this same sort of metal panels separated by support beams. You don't know exactly how heavy they are. There are definitely lights in them, but you don't see any like vents or anything that would be wide enough for you to climb through.
Okay, then well, yeah, I'm drawing my what's it called? The scimitar, and then the hand crossbow and the others.
Okay.
And I just say, I hold my, I don't know. I mean, if all the action, if that is already counts. Sorry, if all my talking that already counts as an action, then I will just draw my weapons. Otherwise, I would hold an action, namely shooting an arrow.
You can,
into the.
sorry, you can draw your crossbow as like, as just part of your movement.
Okay. Yeah, and then I would hold my action for the moment the first thing comes through the door.
Which door? The one that everyone's facing?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But
got it.
I'm keeping sort of an one ear out of that other door.
You got it. All right, so that means it is these guys' turns. Okay.
And the subsequent damage doesn't actually happen again until my turn, I think. So if they...
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be on your turn. They're not like constantly gonna take it.
Yeah. Okay. Just make sure.
Okay.
Just every second.
Every second. 8 fire damage. 8 fire damage. 8 fire damage.
Yeah, you see the numbers rising above them, like the damage numbers. And every
No,
time
no,
you see
it's-
a little blood spray, and they go, ouch.
It's
Ouch.
and then after a while you see evade.
Yeah.
One of them says.
All right. So there is still screaming and shouting from the other side, but the sounds kind of shift. They're not, like, very obviously not pounding on the door anymore, as it seems like you have sort of affected their assault, at least for the time being. All right. So that's gonna go on there. We moved them already. Fig Boot, what do you want to do?
Okay. The first thing I will do then,
Is deal everybody fire damage.
yeah, I'm going to use a bonus action to trigger the spell again, just in case any of them are still touching.
It's not triggered. It's as long as you maintain it, it's at the end of your turn.
I have written here, until the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns to cause the damage again, or if you want to do it as an end.
Okay, yeah. I thought the bonus action was to maintain it.
No, I think the concentration is just like a,
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So if you want to try it again, you can roll damage on that.
Okay, I will do it again. So 7, if any of them are touching the door. And then
Okay.
A new follower.
yeah, I'll move over to Robin, and I will. Is it possible for me to make a perception check still and look out that door, or will I have to wait until my next turn?
What do you want to look for?
anything coming down this hallway with my eyes.
You don't. You can just look down the hallway.
Okay.
By the way, I never did it, so let me just do it now. These hallways, yeah, I haven't done that yet. These hallways are supposed to be lit, so I was just kind of doing that. Okay. Yeah, you look down the hallway and you don't see anything. It looks exactly the same as it did when you came through.
Okay. Then I will move back down to this square as my last movement, and then I'm good. Not holding any actions or anything.
Okay, cool. And also thank you to NJ Jigglypuff for following. Welcome to the... It's N Jigglypuff for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. I thought it was like New Jersey Jigglypuff. It's like, hey, Jigglypuff, what do you want? Forget about it. Okay.
Jersey Jigglypuff.
You live close enough to him, you're allowed to make fun of him. So that means that it is Quinn's turn.
Quinn decides to get out of here, get back to somewhere where he can pump his own gas. And, fuck, I don't know, man. I guess I'm just gonna stand here with my sword drawn and wait for these guys to come through this door. I don't know what else to do. Are we seriously, like, abandoning this room?
I'm for backing off. Just see what happens if we go down that corridor.
I can drop the heat if you want to fight them. I was just trying to make it easier and give us time to decide what to do.
It was a wise step, Fig Food.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was out of character, by the way. But I appreciate your commitment, Zach.
Of course.
All right, so yeah, if you really want to head down that hallway? Like, you want to try and sneak up from behind them? Because I don't think that's advisable. Yeah, and Tiger's shaking.
Yeah, but I mean, if they know a little bit, if they know a little bit of the outline of the ship, they might have the same idea and actually come the other way around. What do you want to do then?
At that point, though, they
Shut
may be
this door close as well.
They may end up picking more up, and then we're just gonna have even more to fight. Versus if we take these out now and minimize the risk of having even more of these little tiny green not halflings attacking us.
So if you want to open the doors on Tiger?
I do. I really want to open the doors.
I kind of want to let them burst through. I think
already
that's the-
raged for this.
Which, by the way, is going to be ending
Okay.
fairly soon if you don't.
I'm gonna. Can
Actually-
Can I have my turn go after Tigers then?
Yeah, you can swap. You can
Uh,
hold
I'm gonna put this on her. So I'll swap my initiative with her.
Leroy Jenkins!
All right.
Let's open the door.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna be the door is gonna be extremely hot.
Yeah. It's weird how the spell works because technically the damage only triggers when I
Yeah. So
cast as a bonus action,
what
but
it basically,
I don't
no,
know.
I'm not gonna make you roll damage against her because basically the way I see it working is like it's sort of like an oven where it stays on and then you just sort of turn the heat up for like a second.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
it goes back down, but it's still hot.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
Just
So,
put it on.
If you
Put it
want
on.
to, so Karak, if you want to grab the door and haul it open, I will need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Use the
To
crowbar.
see if you can actually do it.
Can I use the crowbar and it help with the con
You'd have to
save?
put away your weapon.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Go, go, go. This is what you were made for.
All right. So what you
I
do?
know.
You grab the door, and as you start pulling, you feel like actually you're raging.
You have inspiration.
I have to call it beforehand.
Oh.
Well, you are raging.
Don't tell him that.
So here's what I'll let you do. Because you're sort of still in a rage and your rage is actually fading, I will allow you to take damage to continue your rage and open the door.
Is
cool.
it fading?
Well,
Yeah, because if you
don't
don't hit
attack
anything.
something, it begins fading. Yeah.
Quinn, punch me in the face.
Happily.
Grab a
I know
hot
you've been
door.
waiting for this.
I will
It's
allow-
finally the moment.
So basically what happens is you grab the door and it starts searing your hand. You kind of have that reflex to let go. I will let you take some damage if you want to open the door. And you can do it without losing your rage. Or you can let go of the door, not take any damage, and probably lose your rage.
It's okay. Karak's into the hot stuff. Let's go.
Alright.
So that could happen.
Go ahead and roll me the heat metal damage.
Okay. I will do that for you.
I need you to. I
Of
need
course,
you
it's
to.
more than I've ever rolled before. Of course, it's more than
You're a
I've ever
bitch.
rolled. I'm sorry. I'm
I'm sorry.
Terrible.
Why would you grab a hot door?
Why would we run away from the enemy?
I was giving us time, but you're like, oh, I want to hit something. Oh. Whatever.
You're not wrong.
Feet.
Alright. So you are gonna burn your hands. First of all, you have to be over here, because you're opening the door. And then you will haul this section of the door open. Alright.
Where'd the big one go?
What?
See?
Oh, good. Maybe the big one died.
I hope so.
Is there a corpse there?
So that
Or
is
some
that's your
ash.
standard action. You still have some movement if you'd like.
Sure.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna move forward a little bit. Right here. Alright, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Quinn, your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and rush out the door behind Karak, I guess. Since now it's open, we've got no choice. So I will run into the melee. I'm gonna attack.
All right.
I guess this one here.
The only way you're gonna get to there is by taking an opportunity attack.
Oh, all right. Well, where can I move to then?
Well, so remember, a creature threatens every square around it. So,
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. So I will move there then and attack that one.
Got it.
I follow you. Okay.
Yes.
Does a 25 hit?
25 will hit.
Oh, thank God. I got a 13 points of damage.
All right.
Oh, and I did have that hunter's mark prepared. So can we say that I dropped that? It was a bonus action.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I would have hunter's marked it and then stabbed it, and so now it does 16 points of total damage.
All right. So as soon as Karak kind of pulls this door open, you sort of juke,
Juke through.
You kind of juke in past her, and like as you see this thing, you lunge forward with your thin-bladed sword. As you see this kind of small, thin, green humanoid with sort of tendrils of fungus dangling from its arms and torso, its head sort of like a mat of fungusy, viney dreadlocks. You stab this thing like straight through its chest.
Can we bring in the stunt double and say that I like jump off the wall as I like stab?
It's like a Daredevil style kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
So you just kind of lunge down and you will skewer this thing, and it's just you will kind of drive it to the ground because it cannot stand up against that kind of assault.
Dirty halfling.
So that's gonna be
There we go.
That's gonna be the end of your turn, Robin. What do you want to do?
I don't want to move away from that door too far. I'm just gonna go here. And I keep holding my action, the hand crossbow, to see if any of the small little thingies slips by. But what I'm also doing is I'm sort of sliding my backpack off my shoulders, and as I hold on to the hand crossbow and look at the door, I sort of blindly reach down into my backpack and grab a bottle of oil that I have in there. And that's it.
All right. So as you reach flashing around in your backpack. You pull out a flask of oil. I am using bot because it's broken. Alright, so you are preparing. That means we are going to this room here. Give me 1 second.
See, the motherfucker is still alive. Where'd it go?
Hey, Askren,
Yes.
your sound's low.
My sound is low. There we go. It's fixed now. This is gonna this is gonna go here. Okay. Okay, Quinn, let me just see what you can see real quick. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You are gonna see one of these large creatures come bounding around the corner, like leaping over this creature that you just slew, and is gonna come and chomp down on you for another bite attack. That is gonna be none. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sorry, just checking something. Bite. Nat 20. Oh shit.
Nice.
It's gonna get the nat 20. No, I don't want to update.
Would you like to update Windows Explorer?
Yes. Yes, I would. No, I absolutely wouldn't. So that is a nat 20, which means it is going to get 2d8 plus 2 against you. Yep, 2d8 plus 2. For 16 damage, as this thing, you were sort of not prepared, as this thing just tackles you into the wall and just like chomps down onto your shoulder and starts ripping into it violently. It's sort of thorny claws and spikes and spines piercing into your like through your thin armor. That means we are going to go to these little guys. This one is going to step forward and is going to.
Why did you step in front of me again?
Because I had to.
You're
this
an effing ranger.
Because you only opened half of the door.
Shut
this
up.
this one is gonna jab at you with its spear. Plus 1 for a 5.
Oh, good. It's not experienced.
What was
This
his
one
attack
wasn't
roll?
a true halfling.
What's up?
What was the attack roll?
It was a 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
Sorry, I thought that was the damage because it was so low.
Why are you insulting the monsters? What's...
I was gonna say, be careful what you wish for.
So
Sorry, monster.
the other ones are gonna pile in. One of them is actually going to. No, he's not gonna throw it just yet. They are going to continue kind of piling into this hallway. This guy is gonna go 5, 10, 15. Okay. This one goes here. Fig boot.
Fig boot. All right. All right. Can I do? Do you allow diagonal movement?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And could I use my druid circle ability, Balm of the Summer Court, that gives me the healing dice to spend? And I can use a bonus action to choose an ally I can see within 120 feet and spend a number of dice equal to blah, 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 blah. And it's a d6, and I have 2 left. I'm going to spend 2 d6s on Quinn for healing.
Okay. I don't remember
Thank you.
if you have a limited number of times you can use that.
Yes, I have a number of d6s equal to my druid level, and I've been keeping track of it. I spent 1 before our last, or after our last long rest, so I have 2 left.
Okay.
Does that
I'm
mean I
gonna
also
spend-
gain plus 10 feet of speed?
Yes. And
10 or 5?
Its speed increases by 5 feet per die spent.
Per dice, and he's spending 2,
gotcha.
so I get a
Yep.
total of 10.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
1 minute, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll the healing there.
Okay.
What does my base speed have to be to do Quicksilver stuff?
What do you mean?
100.
Wait.
So 6 points
What do
of
you mean
healing
by Quicksilver stuff?
to Quinn.
You know.
Your
like
base
from
speed would
that-
have to be 100.
From that Zigmin, that X-Men.
Oh, to run like Quicksilver. I don't know, like a couple thousand. I
Oh.
don't fucking know.
All right, keep piling them on, Zach. I need a few more feet.
I'm working on it.
All right, so that's 6 points of healing for Quinn, and I have no more use of that
Cool.
ability
Okay.
for now.
Quinn,
He
you
also
get your...
gains 1 temporary or 2 temporary hit points.
Oh, on
Alright.
top of it?
I don't know if it like heals you too.
No,
or
no,
if it
no,
just, like,
no. 2
increases
temporary
the
hit points
max,
are like 2 hit points
On
that are
top.
they're depleted
increasing the
before.
max.
No, they're not increasing the
Oh.
max. They're like 2 hit points that are depleted before your like temporary hit points are like a health bar on top of your normal health bar.
Oh, okay.
You burn through temps
Yeah.
before you burn
Cool.
through.
So I have
normal
2
HP.
hit points that I can like 2 like spare hit points essentially.
Yeah.
It's
plus
essentially
6.
like 2 points of damage reduction, I guess.
Yeah,
something
sure.
like that.
All right, that works. Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay,
remember
so
that.
did you take you got your hit points back there? Cool,
I
cool,
took
cool.
my hit points back and my two soak points.
All right. So Karak, that means it is your turn, as you just saw Quinn get torn apart.
Please, dear Lord, shove me out of the way.
Can we trade places?
Yep.
Is his turn is right after you. If he's willing, then yes, you can. You can use your movement, and he can use his movement to swap.
The flesh
Alright.
is willing.
I'm all.
All right.
All right. That's okay.
So you guys do a castle move. Do you swap places with him?
I do. And I'm gonna
Castle
go do
Queen
frenzy.
side.
I am now frenzying. Can I
Okay.
attack diagonally?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for the big guy here because he's gonna be the one that's gonna be able to come and up on Quinn. So here we go. And I'll be attacking recklessly, so I get advantage as well. Just trying. I haven't been able to frenzy, so I'm trying to pull it back up. 1 second. Sorry. Just making sure it does what I thought it did.
Okay.
Okay, so I just get to attack twice. 3 times. No, twice. 3 times
Twice.
later.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack guy in the corner.
That'll hit.
Okay, and 15.
Okay. All right.
Okay, and I'm gonna go again. Is he still up?
Yep.
All right, let's go again.
23 will hit.
All right.
Wow.
All right. So as you kind of raise your axe, your hands like shooting pain through your body because they are now like charred and scarred and nasty. You grip your axe as the blood sort of from your palms trails along it, and you just lay into this thing, and it's like chopping into a wood tree. As your axe hits this thing hard in the back, just breaking open the mold and the mushrooms and stuff on its back, and as you kind of wrench your blade out, it skitters a little bit, but it sort of creaks its head up towards you, bearing fangs and on its eyeless face. As you reach up again, and you just smash your axe down right in the center of its head, splitting it open like a log as it just comes crashing to the ground.
Does it have a brain gina?
I mean, it probably does now. However, as you do, as it hits the ground, you see all of a sudden this kind of like almost like a wave rolls through this thing's body as the mold on its back begins to sort of bloom strange brown. And as it does, it is going to let out a burst of mold spores in a 5-foot radius, which is
So
just
you're
gonna,
safe.
which is just gonna hit Karak.
It's for you, babe.
You, Karak, are going to take
Oh, I
2
completely
point- 2 points of
about the ship.
damage as you are pierced by thorns, and you need to make me.
Can I not?
You need to make me a Constitution save as you begin hacking and coughing and choking on this cloud of spores.
Alright, so I'm already pretty damn low. I'm gonna use my inspiration here.
Okay, so you get inspiration is a plus 1d8 on your roll.
So that inspiration was you get advantage.
Okay, yeah, you can do either one.
I'll take the advantage.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of inhale this, you sort of almost instinctively just like hack and start coughing and like spitting out whatever just sort of exploded, and you began breathing in. You can feel this stuff stinging the back of your throat and your nostrils, but somehow you manage to fight through it and keep it from entering your lungs as you feel sort of the burning, poisonous noxiousness of this brown mold. All right, you are all right for now.
I'm gonna hack out my lung and whew, I hope the little ones don't do that too.
What's going on, Judo Killer? How you doing? All right, that is your turn. Quinn, you use your movement already, so you have a standard and a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
But
For my
did he use up
bonus-
all the movement?
Yeah, so if he
That's fine.
basically because he wanted to swap off like outside of his turn, so I said if you
Okay.
wanted to do that, you can use your
Gotcha.
movement
Okay.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. For my bonus action, I will move Hunter's Mark to this halfling right here.
Which one? The one directly
The
in front?
one, the one directly in front of Karak.
You got it. You got it.
And for my standard action, can I throw a dagger at that halfling?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Then I'm gonna do that. Does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
Go ahead and take 59 points of damage for some reason.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
D64.
I think I rolled a
That
1d64.
D64.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I'm impressed.
Did I not tell you guys about my magical dagger?
Jesus.
Wow.
You're like
It's
backs up
64
it.
daggers in one.
Man.
It explodes.
Yeah, okay,
There
so
you
take,
go,
take 6 points of damage from the dagger plus an
Wow.
additional 5 points of damage from the Hunter's Mark, please. And I will go ahead and fix my character sheet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this thing is also going to, as you like throw your dagger right into this thing's eye socket, it is going to kind of stumble to the ground, landing face first with its spear splayed out in front of it.
Great. And I would like to move the Hunter's Mark over to the one behind it. 'Cause I
Got
get
it.
to move every time
By the way, the big thing that's
target
dead, right?
dies. Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is dead. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, Robin. That means it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to the door, but I don't think I will be able to do anything really. 10, 15, 20. And, I highly doubt that with both Quinn and Kurok standing in front of me. Can I drop to one knee and shoot through the legs or something like that?
Yeah, you can shoot through
Please,
allied.
no!
You can shoot through allied squares. There's no penalty for doing it.
Yeah, they just take the damage too.
Yeah, then I would do that. You know, Robin has seen that she has Quinn in front of her, probably half slumped against the wall, and then the even taller, broader Kurok right in front of that. So straight up, it's not gonna work. So she's gonna drop to her knee.
I hike up my poncho a little.
Sharpshooter style, basically. Use her hand crossbow to shoot at the little one that Quinn just marked. Where is it? There is the hand crossbow. 18.
It's a pretty badass move.
18 will hit, yeah.
6.
All right.
Sorry, never mind. It's not sneak damage because it's 10 feet away from Kurok. That's
Yeah.
well, but I shoot through the legs. Isn't that super sneaky?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you could have sniped this thing's leg out like almost from under, and the bolt sticks right through its tiny little leg as it stumbles for a bit, kind of trying to.
Does the arrow hit it in the knee?
No. The shin.
You could see him struggle for just a second. He didn't want to give it to you.
He really, really didn't.
No, because that game sucks. All right, so you damage that thing, but it is not down just yet.
I have
yes.
a question. Since I have the feat dual wielder, does that only apply if I'm actually wielding 2 weapons, or would that even give me a second attack now for the hand crossbow?
Please tell me you have a second hand crossbow.
I can sort of put it back and then grab it with my other hand.
Doesn't it have the loading quality?
Yeah, I could use that as a bonus action.
I'm almost positive that it.
I'm positive that there's a rule that says that
Yeah.
crossbows can only be used once in a turn, regardless of how many attacks you have, because they take a round to reload.
You gain
But
plus
if you
1
had
to
a
AC.
second-hand
Hold on.
cross-
It says
I
you
want
gain a
this.
plus 1 to AC while you are wielding a separate melee weapon in each hand.
Yeah, but that's not the case. I have the hand,
Yeah,
just the hand crossbow.
Dual wielder doesn't say anything about ranged weapons. It says you can use 2-weapon fighting
Yeah, I
even
know.
when the one-handed
not-
melee weapons
they're not
aren't
light.
light,
Mhm.
and you can draw or stow 2 one-handed weapons. You'd normally be able to draw or stow only one, so it doesn't have anything
Yeah,
to
yeah, no, that's yeah.
do. Okay, so that means it is that. Also, thank you.
I'm gonna stay on the ground for now.
Thank you, Showtech Saint 10, for following. Welcome to the madness,
Whoop,
my
whoop.
friend. Thank you for joining us. All right. So that is that. On this turn, I gotta check something here.
What is that skull for the?
That's Hunter's Mark.
It's marked.
Ah, yes.
That's just so I remember. That would be a 7. Okay, and then that would be a. Yeah, it's only a 4. All right. I forgot to open this. Sorry, I'm just moving some stuff around. All right. Robin and Figboot, roll me a perception check, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you are focused on the sights of your crossbow right now.
That's a natural one for me.
And Figboot, you are focused on something less than savory. I don't fill in the blank there.
Yeah, it sounds like something.
All right. So that means that you guys are not quite going to hear it when this thing comes barreling in the room behind you guys, as you guys hear the crashing sound as chairs and things are being toppled over. As you kind of just glance around, Robin, you are going to see this large sort of dog-like creature like sprinting across the room, and it is just going to get It's basically just like leaping at you because it's using its full turn to get there. So you see it sort of like diving through the air to get to you. Actually, it's gonna make it to about there on its turn, but still. Karak, you are going to take a ranged spear attack from one of these guys in the back. 1d20 plus 3, 11 against you.
Sorry, against whom?
Karak.
Oh, never mind.
Not gonna hit.
Okay, cool. And then these two are actually going to begin sort of scampering back up the tunnel this way. And that means this is right there. Okay. Fig Boot.
All right. Well, I am going to cast Shalalach.
Shalalala.
Shalalala. Actual quarterstaff Shalalala. And I am going to angrily Fig Boot charge towards this one over here and go for a hit.
Okay. I also should probably move Zippity Doodah out of the way.
Yeah.
Alright, go and smack it.
Okay, attack and damage rolls. I can use my spellcasting ability.
Yes, you can.
So I can roll d20 plus, I think it's gonna be plus 5. Oh no, plus 3, plus 2. All right.
Should make a macro for that.
Yeah, I should.
Nat 20.
Oh,
shit.
Wow. Okay.
The power of Shia LaBeouf compels you.
Yeah.
Just
Man,
do it.
Just do it. Okay, I roll a 2d8 plus, and that's gonna be plus 3. So that's a total of 12 towards that big mound as I take my staff and I'm just like, Fig Boot. Oh wait, oh yeah. Wait, what is that thing that it says? Is it like goes down the whistle? What's that?
Just do it!
Yeah, just do it! And then I hit it.
Alright.
Wow, that was a very good hit. That was good. Yeah.
Alright, so as you sort of grab your quarterstaff and you let the magic flow through it as vines creep across it, the little leaves sprout out and the wood becomes young and supple. You bring it over
Just
your head
like
and
Shia LaBeouf.
yeah, just like him. You just smack this thing right across the face, dealing a solid amount of damage as this thing is battered by your wooden staff.
Nice.
Anything else, or is that it?
That's it. Fig Boot's feeling good.
All right. I skipped over it on accident because my mouse is shit. Karak, what do you want to do?
So, how much time do I have to talk?
Talking is a free action, but I mean, you can't convey a whole thesis.
Oh, no. Karak's not a thesis type of gal, anyway. I'm just gonna look over at Quinn and point to the big one, because I can hear him in the room behind us, and then point to the smaller ones and go, which way should I go? Where do you want me?
You looking at who when you're saying this?
Quinn, maybe in Robin's direction. Fig Boot's probably too far away.
Personally, I think you should stay where you are, but that's just me wanting to protect my character.
In that case, I'm gonna come over here.
You
I'm gonna-
That
can't.
side of the door is not open.
Oh,
That's why I had to run out in front of you.
well, can't we move through players?
Yeah.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 25. God, that was you. Dang here.
Yeah, you're moving. Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack recklessly for the frenzy.
We're so entwined that sometimes we forget who our tokens are even.
Love is real.
2 sevens, or 3 sevens. Not gonna do it, unfortunately.
Well, they're reckless, so I get advantage.
So you
with
get
20 hit.
advantage, which means 1 is gonna hit. If this were a slot machine, you would be winning a lot of money right now, but it is not. It's
I really
D&D.
wish it was.
So go ahead and roll me some damage on that 1 attack. 12, not bad. All right. So you do manage, you kind of whiff 1 swing, but you do manage to catch this across the shoulder with the other one as this thing kind of stumbles a bit. He's looking significantly damaged. All right. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Quinn.
All right. I don't see any creatures. That's a problem.
No, but you did see where they went.
Yeah, so I'm gonna step out over
They
here.
were
and
fleeing.
Use 1, 2, 3. Use 15 feet of movement to get here. I spot those 2. I'd like to use another 5 feet of movement and attack the one that's marked with my sword. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it will.
Oh, wonderful. I do 17 points of damage to it.
All right. Yeah, you slaughter this thing.
Yeah, so I come running around, sprinting around the corner, following these things as they flee, and I just run this one right through the back with my sword.
All right. And thank you, Saving Throw Show, for the host, my friends. If you guys have not checked out Saving Throw Show, they are a fantastic group of streamers in our stream team. Someone give them a
Yes,
shout out
definitely
in
give 'em
chat.
some love.
What's up?
I said definitely give them some love.
Do it. Like butt stuff.
Oh, love. Sure. I don't think Twitch will let you do that, but go
No,
ahead.
I mean, but
give it a try.
just wait till they're offline. It's all right. All right. So you
They have
chase.
IRL streams now.
So you chase this thing down and skewer it, which means, Robin, it is your turn.
So I assume that everything is happening really quickly. So I'm still on the ground, sort of 3-point crouch and leaning down on one forearm and on the other one. And so when that thing comes barging in, I'm just gonna do this and shoot another bolt at that creature, sort of shooting him through Karok and Bolus with a hand crossbow.
Okay.
Yes, sorry. 12?
12 is not gonna hit.
That's too bad. Then I'm gonna use. I suppose I will have to use all my movement to get, or half my movement to get up, right?
To do what?
To get up because I'm sort of crouching.
No, no, that's if you're like on your back prone.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
No, if you're just willingly like stopping, then no.
Okay, then I would actually move down here, see what's going on with Quinn. I think I can move down until here. That should be 25. Yeah, and that's it then. Actually, what I'm gonna do? No, it's okay. I'm gonna leave it as it is, keeping the hand crossbow out.
Okay. All right. So, as we move to this thing, this one is going to make an attack. We're going to see. It's going to be an attack at Karok, because Karok was the last one to attack it. 1d20 plus 5. It's a 24 against you, Karok.
That's going to hit.
All right. This thing is going to chomp into your leg for 6 damage. And as it kind of pulls on you, you guys are going to see two more of these creatures are going to kind of begin spilling into the room like this. Karok, you can see them kind of rushing down under the tables towards you. And as they do, Figboot, roll me a perception check, please.
All right, I will do that. 24.
All right. You just have time to see, like, as you watch these things kind of skitter and you see something move past your peripheral vision, and you just have time to see this glowing thing swinging out from like below one of these tables at you, and you because you saw it, you are actually not going to be caught with a sneak attack by this thing, but it is still going to make an attack at you. So this is 1d20 plus. That is a 16 against you, Figboot.
Yes, that does hit.
All right. As this thing is going to, let me find my my notes here.
Fleegboot.
That's just what he says for everything.
Fleegboot.
Is that scared? Is that in pain? Is that hungry? What is it?
I'm awaiting the damage.
All right, 1d. I just have to check one thing. Okay. So that is going to be 10 damage as this hammer that this thing is wielding is going to smash like right into the side of your knee, kind of knocking your leg out and kind of dropping you down to your knee. And as you're standing like eye to eye with this thing, and you can see it is just glaring at you, like lifting its hammer over its head, ready to smash
It's
you
like
again.
a
So
mixture
is that-
between a halfling and
like-
a Hulk.
Is that one a halfling?
Conan the shambled barbarian. That didn't work. Anyway.
All right. So that is gonna be that turn. That means Figboot, it is your turn.
Fig.
Okay, is there some stuff going on here? Okay, that's all. Yes.
You got any heal? You got any of that healing magic?
I'm sorry, I can't do that right now.
And I'm going to. Okay, there's that other guy. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm all spent out on healing. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my action to disengage and run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Because that's too much things.
Too much things.
Too much things. And that's all I'm gonna do. Still holding my quarterstaff, so I still have Shillelagh active.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Cool. Awesome. That means next up is gonna be Karak.
So if I disengage and do the same thing that Figboot did, will I lose my rage?
No. Your rage is gonna drop if you go. I have to check exactly, but I think it's a full round without hitting anything or taking any damage.
I'll check right
I think without attacking.
So then I have to stay here then.
Why did
Nope.
Zach's camera go off?
I don't know.
Zach, fix your shit.
now. Accidental, sorry.
Fix your shit.
I fixed it.
Now I gotta rearrange things. Yeah, no, you can take a movement obviously without without doing that. You are gonna take an attack of opportunity though. Oh, that's right, Figboot, you should have taken an attack of opportunity for running away.
I disengaged.
Oh, you disengaged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right, that's why I was asking about disengage. I can't afford to take another hit. I have 9 hit points.
Then yes, you can disengage. Just that's your turn to do it.
I don't want to hit things and not lose my rage.
It says if you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would lose it next turn at the beginning of your next turn if you don't attack anything.
Quinn.
I'm on
Or
it.
if she takes
I'll punch
damage. Yeah.
Just it will only be like what, a maximum 6.
Ends up killing.
Not if I stab you with my magical dagger.
I was going to go back into that room.
Oh, so
I'm still
gonna go-
okay with taking a few hits. I haven't yet taken any.
okay, then I'm just gonna stay. Let's do it.
Well, can you move a little bit? Sorry, that's metagaming.
Yeah,
I
it is.
can't because I'm
It
making attack of
totally is.
opportunity.
Well,
Unless
you
I
can-
disengage completely.
Yeah, you should probably disengage completely if we want to avoid the metagame.
All right. So what are you doing?
Disengage. Somebody punch me in the face.
I will, I promise.
You're gonna have to get over here.
Okay,
I don't care who does it, as long as somebody punches me in the face.
I'm on my way.
All right. So you're rushing down into this corridor.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Can I get behind somebody? Where was I at? Hold on. I was 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, so I'm max here. Okay.
All right. Quinn, what do you want to do as you see the corridor filling up with friends behind you?
This one right over, or the plant creature next to Croc is dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything except the one directly in front of you in this hallway is dead.
All right, so I would like to move next to Croc. I'm gonna let this little one go.
Okay.
I would like to punch Croc in the face. I crit for a 24.
Oh,
You have that now. Hold on. You have the book in front of you. Does it say hostile?
I'm hostile.
I'll look.
I hate her. She's the worst. I want her off my team.
I believe it just said damage. I'll look.
She's a loose cannon.
So,
Give me your
so
badge and your gun.
I'm meow fuzzy face.
Yeah.
Wait.
So I've
You're a glass cannon, Karak. You need
ends
to be
early.
reined in.
If you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. Doesn't say anything about.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some crit damage right to the face.
You know what? We should get her just like find her an electric shocking collar, something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
such a-
collar, yeah.
That's
So
like
we
actually a
can-
really good thing.
This is unarmed damage. It's 1d4.
I thought it was 1d3.
Is it 1d3? I don't.
I thought it was 1d3. Because I'm not a monk.
Well, there's no d3. There's no physical
Yeah,
three-sided
Why
die.
would you do that?
It's the same for aren't improvised weapons also a D3 damage?
No. There's no such thing as a d3.
Well, there is
D-
in this magical world of the internet. I just
D&D
rolled
doesn't
one.
use
Well, I mean, you could
non-Euclidean
technically, if you
dice.
Well,
I mean,
would
if
like.
you have like a long
Oh,
dice,
no, I
it's
think
like shaped like a pyramid.
Yeah, I think unarmed damage is just straight 1 because you're not trained in it.
There you go.
So it's 2 damage for a crit. So you just boom right, a sucker punch right in the face.
So what's my damage for?
4.
No, it's 2 because it's 1 damage
Oh.
times 2 for a crit.
Oh, cool. And
Cool.
1 plus whatever your strength mod is.
my strength mod is like nothing. I'm super weak. I'm all dexterous.
Okay.
And then I would like to hand over some berries to Karak to eat. So I punch her in the face, and then I reach in my side satchel and I pull out some berries.
It's so conflicting. You're like,
They're
"Oh."
sour, and then they're sweet.
It's tough. That's tough love.
I'm sorry.
Literally.
Eat these berries.
Tough love.
This is the carrot. This is the stick.
Yeah. Bam! Here you go.
I still love you.
So, how many berries?
10.
So I get 10 hit points?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yes.
on your turn when you get a chance to eat them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that
Um,
okay?
A creature can use its action to eat one berry.
Oh, what?
That's what it says. So
Can't
they're
just
like,
go,
yeah, no, it's just like a giant ass grape. You're like, I can't get it.
It's like a fucking plum.
What kind of berry
They're
is
like
that?
blueberries.
No,
I
no,
can fit this into my mouth.
it's like a
Only one at a
jawbreaker.
time.
You're like, no, guys, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get.
I'm like break a fucking fang on it. I didn't break my tusk in this fight.
Wait, no,
The
these weren't the
fucking
berries.
berry.
These were the rocks that I picked up.
Oh damn! I always get those mixed up.
Good rock.
Good rock. All right, Quinn, so you hand her
I have
a,
rock in my name.
a fistful of berries. Robin, what do you want to do?
Karobin?
Robin.
We fused as Karok and Robin. They did this.
So, if
Okay.
I don't,
Yes.
go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm wondering. Okay, 5, 10, 15. Am I gonna do the super heroic thing or the sort of like the spiffy smart move, which might not work? I don't know. I'm gonna do the stupid thing. I haven't really been useful, so see if I can kill something without getting killed in return. So where was I? I was here in front of, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and as I'm rushing in there, I'm putting the bottle of oil back into my coat pocket and putting the hand crossbow, sling it back over my shoulder and draw both of my blades and go to town on that
All right,
moss thing.
go for it.
And I'm probably gonna fail gloriously after moving in so awesomely. Okay, rapier. 21.
That'll hit.
6. Well, burn nothing. Okay. And following up with a scimitar. 10.
10 is not gonna hit, but how much damage you do?
6.
How do you want to slay this thing?
Well, if I wield the scimitar in one hand, I won't have that much force to cut in half. So I think I'm just going with a sort of like a backhand slash and cut off. Does it have a hat?
What?
Does that creature have a hat that I can sort of
Yeah,
with
it's
a
got a-
backhand
it's got a-
slash?
It's got
Slash it
jaws.
off.
It's got a face.
Yeah, and
ish.
take off the face, sort of like a backhand slash.
I want to take his face.
I want to take his face.
Face
Getting
off.
ready to fall with a scimitar, but my rapier did the job. Take
Why
off
is this so
his
complicated?
face.
Face off.
I don't want to name drop, but my uncle worked on that movie.
Was it Nicolas Cage?
No, but then he had his name removed from the credits because he refused to be associated with the movie. He was one of the editors, and he was like, "This thing is such a
wow.
pile of garbage. I don't want my name on it."
All right, so you stab this thing in its face, and
No, or take off its face.
yeah,
just slice it off.
you slowly peel its face off with your sword. Anything else, or is that the end of your turn?
I've used up everything. I used all my movement bonus action to switch weapons, and my action. That's it.
All right, that means we're gonna remove that turn because these things is dead. Which means we've got here one of these is gonna come up and is going to stab.
Huck me, right? It's just gonna huck me.
Yes.
Lovingly.
And by that, I mean try and stab you with a spear, but 8 is not going to do it. This other one is gonna come around this side and do the same thing. Nat 20. Taking that spear damage, which is going to be on this thing. That's gonna be 4 damage.
Okay.
And then this guy right here is going to actually take a step around here. And as you see, this thing is like dragging its hammer along the floor. Rather than reach its hammer up to kind of swing at you, as these creatures are like jabbing you, trying to drive you back with its spear, it's just gonna raise one of its kind of claw-like hands and reach out and attempt to claw at you. So this is going to be 1d20 plus. There's a 15 against you with a claw.
Yep, just barely.
All right. Alright, it's gonna hit you for 5 damage with the claw. And as it does, like, it sort of leaves this kind of carved wound in your leg. I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Of course.
No.
16.
Alright. As it does, you feel kind of the wound begin to sort of tingle and burn, and the burning is starting to spread from it. As you kind of look down, and there's almost like a smear of mud or dirt where its claw hit you, and you just see it kind of standing there like glaring at you. Almost, it's doesn't have an expression on its face, but almost as if it accomplished something. However, you do manage to, for the moment, shrug off whatever it has done to you. However, the wound in your leg continues to burn. Figboot, what do you want to do?
All right.
Well, I am going to run over to this little guy, and I'm going to shillelagh it.
All right, go for it.
So that is going to be a 23.
That will
Good
hit.
Spicy meatball.
All right. So that's going to be a D8 plus spellcasting, and that's it. So 3. 6 damage to the little one.
All right. You, as this thing is kind of juking backwards, you bring your shillelagh down and just crack it right in the skull, and you feel kind of the skull split with kind of this like spurt of like green goo out from the top of its head as it is driven to the ground.
Is it dead?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, these things are not particularly hardy.
Big, beautiful. Well,
I am so disappointed that you didn't say fig bootiful.
Fig beautiful.
Me too.
Fig bootable. And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to walk back to my allies. And that is my turn.
All right. That means that next up it is Karak, who is not doing too well.
I'm gonna kill it.
Oh, bummer.
I'm
You're gonna kill it?
The thing. Yep.
Which
gonna
thing?
Run. This thing over here. That thing right there. This thing. This beautiful thing. Because it has a bigger weapon than me.
All right.
And I have to remedy this.
Does it have a
Attacking.
bigger weapon than you?
I don't know. You said hammer.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a great axe, so I guess it just depends.
I mean, this thing is
Either
also
way, I'm
like
feeling-
this thing is also like 2.5 feet tall.
Either way, I have to be able to fight this if I'm ever gonna fight a halfling. So, Karak is just gonna charge forward. Spittle flying from her mouth.
Okay.
In her rage and frenzy. As she approaches this tiny little thing. Oh god, that would mean the weapon's not that big. Okay, never mind. But still. The reasoning stands. I'm gonna attack recklessly and within the rage.
Go for it.
$14 and a 21.
Let me just check something. Both will hit.
Alright, let's check it out. Get wrecked, son. 29.
Dang, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, I want to kill
I'm
it.
gonna kill the thing.
If you can just
Shred it.
kill the little guys, I'll get the big ones and keep me alive.
What is the damage on that?
29.
All right. Plus 14. Plus 15. All right. So as this thing brings its hammer up to kind of block one of the strikes, you smash it down and you carve through its arm, kind of with one slice. The other you bring back and smash it right in the side of the chest. As this thing staggers back, you see kind of like green liquid and like pieces of fungus and stuff falling off of its body as it staggers. It doesn't really it doesn't seem to register the pain, but it does seem to register the fact that it is falling apart as it shifts its glaring kind of glance at you, and as it does, you hear cough like all right, anything else? That is your turn because you charged and used 2 attacks, right?
Well, I don't actually know. I don't know what charge does. I just that was more of a descriptive. But if charged helped me kill it, then yes, I charged. Okay, so
Okay.
we're done.
Cool. Quinn,
So wait, it's not dead?
it is still standing.
Wait,
I'm waiting.
Yeah, did you think that you had killed
I
it?
thought I killed it.
No, it's still standing.
You just ruined Tiger's day.
I'm gonna move over here. Up next to Karak.
Yeah, what kind of barbarian can't kill a halfling?
Yeah. Well, you know how.
Bitch, I will cut you.
That's why she's never fought a halfling before. They're too powerful.
Quinn, next time I will let you die.
You're
Fuck
like,
your berries.
And that is totally in character. I just decided that's
Fuck
just
your
what's
berries.
happening.
I will let you
You
die.
just drop the berries on the ground and crush them with your foot.
no, my good berries.
Those were the good ones.
Those were the best.
Those were my best berries.
I mean, to be fair,
Berries, they were great.
if they're that big, I can't crush all of them at once. So I probably only crushed like 3.
Oh yeah,
But still.
because as we remember, they're the size of like fucking cutie tangerines.
You can crush one with your hand.
Fuck your berries.
At most, you can crush 2.
One in each hand.
No.
And then smear it across his punch.
No, I'm gonna smear it on my face. It's my war paint.
Quinn, what do you want to do?
I want to finish off this dumb old halfling.
Go for it.
23 to hit.
That'll do it.
By the way, I also moved my hunter's mark to it because everything's dead here, and I had to move it like 3 times.
Take a kill,
Yeah,
damn it.
you'd have to re-hunters mark it.
Well, the hunter's mark moves every single time something dies. Like if the
True,
subject has
true,
hunter's
but
mark-
it has to, but when the thing dies, the thing you hunters mark technically has to be line of sight.
Yeah, so I would have moved it from the one down here, then to the one that Quinn killed, and then to that one.
All right, let me just move it there. All right, so you want to 23 to attack for 14,
For 18.
18. Let me just check something. How do you want to do this?
Son of a bitch, check him out, kill.
Well, so I watch Karak smash my good berry and say, fuck you, Quinn. And I say, don't worry, I'll save you. And then I push Karak up. And I stab him.
They're
After
giving
she
it a
just
really
kills
assholey
it.
look. And then, this is how you do.
No, I do not accept this. I would rather that thing just kill me.
I'm taking bets now. Either they're going to kill each other or they're going to seriously have some hot steamy action in the next room.
That's how all the best romances start. Will they? Won't they? Who knows? All of that anger and competition. Yeah, it's gonna end somewhere.
That tension needs to release somehow.
Yeah.
One direction or the other.
Right now we're okay because I just punched her in the face.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you slay this thing?
Like I just said, I rush in and I say, "I'll save you," and I push Karak out of the way and I stab into the halfling and it dies. I was not joking about that.
Sorry, no, I was reading a bunch of stuff. I missed that part. All right. Anything else? That's your turn, right?
That's my turn.
All right. That means Robin, it is your turn.
I tried to take care of one of this here, the one in front of me, but the one that's also in 5-foot range of Karak. So leading with my rapier. 14. 14 hits, right, with these little ones?
Yes, 14 is enough to hit.
So 6. And then following up 11. Nope. My scimitar is broken. Doesn't work. Or does 11? No, 11 doesn't work with the little ones, right?
No, 11 is not enough to hit. However, 6 on the first attack is enough to slay this one.
Cool.
All right. This guy is done. That means...
Sorry, actually, well, it doesn't matter now. I meant the other one. But
Yeah, okay, it doesn't matter much.
bad.
This one is going to make one attack against you, Robin, for a 9, which is not going to hit. Fig boot.
Did we already? Oh, okay. So we just tried to attack and he missed.
Yeah, tried to jab at Robin with its spear.
I mean, I killed it, but I just missed with the second.
Yeah, you killed one of them. There's a second one still up.
Let's
It's
see
right,
here.
right here.
Quick question, Askren. If I would have waited after the rapier attack and you would have said, okay, you killed it, would you have let me use the follow-up scimitar?
Yes, but it wouldn't have hit
attack
any-
on the.
It wouldn't have hit anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
No, but in general, would you have let me use it?
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
other one?
yeah.
Okay.
If it's enough to kill it, I'll tell you. And then you could, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes I may be a little bit slow on that because math, but yeah, it's not a big deal.
All right, I'm going to see if I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then could I pass through Karak and then go into melee range with this thing?
Yeah.
All right, and I'm hoping to finish it off with the actual quarterstaff.
All right, go for it.
All right.
Seven is not enough to hit, unfortunately.
It's too fast. He's like.
You didn't say the whole name. That's why it didn't happen. You didn't call it Shadow
Yeah, I
Love.
think that's why. Damn it.
So I'm just like, oh.
And that's it.
All right. Karak, do you wanna pop this little one?
We're gonna punch Quinn.
Oh man, was that an option?
It's always a-
I mean, you get 2 attacks.
Okay. I'm gonna punch Quinn in the face.
Wait, you're not even gonna see me kill it first? At least kill it and then punch me if you have a second attack.
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Okay, fine. I'll kill the first thing. Okay,
Why
I'm gonna
not?
have to use 2 attacks.
Oh God.
Well, you still rolled a 15.
I think your self-esteem, like Quinn, seriously.
you get
you're in
advan-
for some beating.
Yeah,
Luckily,
it really
luckily you get
messed with me.
advantage on
I'm
that.
all flustered now.
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of like in rage, you like swing wildly, and as you just kind of like as Quinn is still sitting there, kind of with like you can't see it because he's got a mask on, but you're sure that it's a smug
Shit-eating
expression.
grin.
Yeah, you're sure it's a smug expression. So you just like slam your axe down onto this last one and just chop
I
it
don't
into
even
pieces.
look at it. I don't even look at it. I just look at him. It's like,
All right. And as you
The first missed attack comes like dangerously close to my head. Move out of the way.
Purposefully missed the first attack.
Yeah.
yes.
and
You're
as
onto
you
me.
and as you smash this thing to bits, you guys are sort of left alone in this chamber as the noise kind of has died down. And aside from the kind of weird sort of squelching and twitching of these bodies, there is not much else left here.
I'm
I
going
look at-
to collapse into the floor and lean up against this closed door.
I look at the others and I say, well, I guess they were able to loop around. And then I also sit down, and what I'm actually going to do, I'm taking out my what's it called? The water bottle, the
Water skin.
water skin, thank you. And I begin to wash out, taking like a piece of cloth from my backpack, maybe something I used to wrap up some bread in it, and I begin to wash out the wound on my leg. That's probably still burning, Askren.
Yeah, it's not feeling great. The as you look, it looks like the tissue that has been cut has started sort of necrotizing like surprisingly fast.
Okay. Then I will take one of my daggers to bite onto the hilt, while I clean out the wound as best as I can.
All right. I just saw that tweet. No, not yours. The one that you just liked. So you're cleaning this wound out. It's the wound, like the surface is cleaned out, but you're not really sure. Like whatever. I mean, there's still the flesh still kind of tingles a little bit.
Well,
Do you
I'm
need
gonna
me
keep
to
an.
take a look at that.
Yes, actually, if you could, I don't like the look of this.
So good, guys. I'm good.
While I take
Good.
a look at this, perhaps we should rest for a while. And as an added note, we've been in this place for a very long time, and I have no more ways of healing all of you.
Yeah, it
And I
seems
have
like
not
we've
had
been
a
in here
time.
for about 5 weeks.
I haven't had time to sleep since we were in the desert, so I'm kind of tired. But
A
just
rest would
letting
be
you know.
great.
So could I make a medicine check on Robin?
Yeah. What are you trying to figure out?
I'd like to determine if was it a claw or was it a bite?
It was a claw.
It was a
Okay,
claw,
if
and
this
then
claw attack is something that could just be washed away or not, or if it's something that
Sure.
is like now
Roll-
perpetually in her bloodstream.
Roll me a medicine check. I will give you advantage on it because of the specific circumstances.
Okay.
I know Karak had the spore attack, right?
All right. So
She's safe against that, though.
on a 20, you kind of get down and you begin sort of looking like very closely at this wound as you see it. And it looks like there's quite a few of these sort of spores and stuff that have clung to the flesh, and they've almost you're familiar with molds and fungi and other things being a druid yourself. And so you can almost tell that even despite her kind of thorough cleaning and scrubbing, it looks like this fungus is fast, like the spores are growing particularly fast. And they seem to be like the wound seems to be. It's almost like they're kind of hollowing out the wound like an abscess.
Am I able to determine what might remove this?
Yeah.
fungus?
So I mean, you're pretty sure that she managed to avoid significant damage. Like, you're pretty sure with the speed this is growing, if this wound was more severe, she could be well on the way to losing the limb or some other kind of effect. However, it seemed to have been slowed, or the wound was fairly small, so it's only just right now it's only just kind of a chunk that is getting that is being hollowed out. Your best guess is you could possibly remove this with fire. There are possibly magical means that you could do it with.
Is that something that can be physically removed? Because I would only assume that he's mumbling something about all of this while he's making the diagnosis, because I do have
I'm sorry,
pincers
Robin, but
in
I'm
my-
afraid we'll have to cut off your leg.
Can I make an insight?
Okay, hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Before you do that,
I pull out a whetstone.
before you do that, roll me a nature check, please, Figboot. Once again with advantage.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
As you're kind of listening to, as you're kind of watching this, and you're sort of like looking down at the bodies of these things, these strange kind of green humanoids, which now you can see very clearly, their bodies look as if they are completely made of plant material. You are fairly certain you've heard of creatures like these before. These are something called vegapygmies. They are essentially animated plants that, through like some sort of virulent sentient mold, infects a host body, and when the host body dies, it basically incubates one of these creatures.
Yeah, like a zombie.
Not really. More like the host becomes a cocoon for sentient fungus that is shaped like a small halfling. And they so these things are grown, which means there probably is a hive or a colony somewhere around here. And
fun.
it looks like whatever is happening to Robin is a small version of that. Like, could have been more serious than it is, but that's basically the process.
Oh, cool. So you're
Okay.
now a breeding ground for halfling.
Robin's question in all of this, like, he keeps on mumbling, blah, blah, blah. So is that something that can be physically, because if you say spores, that would be something physical that just clings
Yeah,
to my...
they're small, but you could probably cauterize the wound and take care of it that way.
Well, my first idea was I have a set of pincers in my thieves tool.
You
kit.
could. It would. You'd need need significant medical skill to do a thorough job, but
Okay.
you could attempt it. Or you could try and do it magically if you have any spells that might help here.
I only have I have shocking grasp. I can shock myself. If anybody has if anybody goes into cardiac arrest, I can help them that way. But
I'm pretty
I can.
skilled at
do you
medicine.
have burning? That might be a little bit too harsh.
I mean, I can't. I have druidcraft to create a flame that could light a candle, torch, or small campfire.
That could work.
I'm trained in medicine, and I have an herbalism kit, if that's of any use.
But then you would probably need some antidote or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, maybe I
Or
have that.
he could be an advisor for the cauterizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or perhaps ask Rin, can I look in my herbalism kit and see if I have any herbs that may be useful in treating this?
Herb.
Some herbs.
Herbs.
It depends. I mean, probably not. Probably none that would fight this. I'm assuming your herbalism kit is more for like.
Recreational uses.
I mean, it's you, like you are able. You can tell me why you have the herbalism kit, but I'm assuming it's probably.
Well, it came from my background. I didn't really choose it.
Oh,
I got
okay.
it from my background, so.
Yeah, you probably have some things that might dull pain, some things that might neutralize minor poisons.
Oh,
I mean-
cool. Well, if I've got some stuff that dulls pain, I'm just gonna hand that out to everyone because that was kind of a rough battle.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just chew on
All right.
this.
I mean,
I pass around some of that loud to the group.
Zach, would you say that Figboot would also have mumbled something about cauterizing being an option?
Yes, he would have said that by now.
Then Robin would have just stretched out her leg and say, "Can you do that?" And have
Just
the
do
hilt
it.
sort of put the hilt of her dagger back in between her teeth.
Oh, okay. All right.
He raises a hand, and if possible, I would use Druidcraft to develop a flame that would cauterize
Okay.
the wound.
Yeah, it will be. You can do that. You can kind of create a small flame in your hand and sort of basically like put it directly on Robin's leg. It will burn a lot. Like it's not fun. It's not pleasant.
She's sort of screaming, well, as much as you can scream with a dagger hilt in between your teeth, and on the other hand, she's probably digging her nails into Karok's arm.
Hopefully, I don't have to roll for damage because I don't got much left.
Rock passes out.
just a chain of everyone passing out. Yeah, I mean, you burn the wound. You kind of take the flame away after probably about 10 seconds or so, and you just see like this charred, kind of singed, scarred, like big red area on her leg. But it looks like whatever. I mean, you don't know if it's burrowed deeper or if it's gotten into the tissue, but you've destroyed as much of it as you can see.
I think that's as far as we'll get for now.
Take
I'm sorry.
the dagger off and so. No, thank you, Figboot. And you see sort of sweat glistening on her, like more than before from the pain on her forehead. And she's definitely also quite paler than normal in her face, and just leaning
we should
back.
rest.
Yes, but I'm going to sort of keep my hand crossbow ready on my lap just in case.
Maybe where would be a safer place than this room? Out back in that lobby area?
At the very least, we should find a cleaner room.
We could go in the lobby area. Some of us could sleep in that closet if we want to be super safe.
Wasn't there a trail of blood through that room?
No, that is the way we came
through
here.
The hallway. If we go back through that hallway and into that room with the desk, we could sleep there, and then one or two.
At least
people...
we would have more room to defend ourselves if needed be.
Quinn, you speak Androphin.
Yeah.
If you'd like, you roll me a perception check, please.
Sure. I would be happy to do so.
Okay.
I got a 13.
All right. You don't see a ton, but you can see one or two markings on the corridors. You saw a couple on the way here, and you see some now, which you kind of didn't really get a chance to check out. But there do seem to be not complete, but somewhat descriptive indicators on, like directional indicators on the corridors.
What do they say?
The ones that you basically directly outside of the door here say
out of this door, or
yes. The one that to the south, that pointing towards the room you're in, you can see the word geology lab, and pointing to the south, you can see medical wing.
Oh. I kind of like look at that. That's interesting. And so I turn back to the group. I take my pipe out of my mouth and I kind of point down the hallway there, and I say, "There's a medical wing right down that hallway."
The medical wing, what's in the upper left corner? Does it?
No.
If we press on forward,
Oh, okay.
there's medical facilities inside of here.
But these things must have come from somewhere, and there might be a hive there, my guess.
There could be. I'm just saying, if you want to take the risk, there might be some things that we can help Robin out with. And Karok,
Karok first.
who's currently bleeding out on the floor over there.
She's fine.
Oh, I know she's fine. I gave her some weed.
And those good berries, you should actually eat those even if you are a bit spiteful against our friend.
Well, they're all smashed on the floor now.
Every single one of them.
Well, at least 2.
Only 2 of them.
Well, eat the other 8. I say
Fine.
we go back in the previous room and we rest, because I will be of no use otherwise.
I say we push forward to the medical wing and then rest.
Which one of you
Ladies.
fuckers is gonna drag me?
Eat your
Well,
berries.
how about this? How about Quinn? Perhaps you could go ahead and just see if the next door down the corridor, if that is actually the medical wing. But in general, I agree with Figboot. I wouldn't want to walk that far. Who knows? These things came from that direction, so I don't want
Okay.
to spook anything else.
I'll secret agent man my way down the hallway then, I guess.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
I guess. To
First of all,
the
roll me
south.
a stealth check.
Cool. 14.
Okay. As you're walking down, I'm gonna stop you just so you can see some stuff. You could basically make it out that as you make your way to this sort of intersection, there is what appears to be. I'm gonna move these just so they make sense. There appears to be a set of sliding doors. They slide out this way, that are kind of slightly ajar. Very small opening, and inside you can just see a chamber beyond. You can just barely make out.
Is that this door?
No, I'm talking about the ones to the west, this way.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sort of just make out inside. Obviously there's a door leading to the north and the south in that corridor. There's also a large set of double doors, with a kind of a broken keypad directly to your right, and to the south you can see another set of sealed double doors.
And the ones all the way to the south, those are the ones that the medical
Um,
sign is pointing to?
So give me 1 second here. There's a label on the doors immediately to the right which says medical lab. You can just make out the label on the door that's on both of the doors to the south, which says sick bay.
I'd rather get into the medical lab. And this has a busted card reader on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try and move the door open by hand at first.
Okay. Yeah.
So
It appears that.
slide open easily.
Yeah, it appears that whatever has sort of sealed this up, or whatever's closed this, hasn't locked it, so it's able to just sort of slide open.
Okay, if I can get it sliding, I want to slide it cautiously, and I kind of want to peer inside as I'm slowly opening it.
Do you want to open it all the way, or just a tiny bit?
No. I want to kind of crack it first, and then kind of try and check the angles
Okay.
in the room, see if I see any movement or anything like that before I open it all the way.
All right. You slide this door open, and as you peer inside, let me just check what you can see. I'm gonna actually move you here so you can get a little bit better view. You can kind of see what appears to be. You're looking into a. Actually, let me just change this. You're looking into a fairly long room. There appear to be metal desks sitting to both the north and the south. Yet the most distinctive feature in this chamber seems to be a pair of odd bed-like tables flanked by curving panels of blinking, pulsing lights. Moving armatures of metal extend out over the bed, each outfitted with glowing panes of glass and strangely glowing tools. The chamber itself seems to reek of blood, with great crimson stains splashed across the device, the floor, and actually, as your eyes are kind of adjusting to the dim, flickering light here, which I'm going to put in just a second, you see that there are figures that are on both tables. One of them seems to be mostly intact, lying face down on one of the beds. these sort of table things, just sort of like blood splashed all over the monitors and stuff around it. The other seems to be what's left of a person after a good majority of skin and muscle and other have been like flensed away. Almost kind of looks like one of those sort of anatomical study structures.
Okay. Well, that's great and gross and not a clean place to sleep. So I'm gonna go
But a
ahead.
defensible place.
Well, I guess that's true. I'm gonna shut the door and walk out.
Okay.
And then I would like to walk across the hall to this door.
Okay.
And I would like to try and open that door if I can.
You've got it. The door's actually already opened, so you can sort of squeeze your way through if you want.
Yeah, I will step into this room.
Since he's not yet back, Robin would get up and sort of slowly walk or hobble
Okay.
over there.
All right. So Quinn, as you are making your way into this chamber, sorry, I didn't mean to put that here actually. This unlit circular room is empty, save for a panel of controls on the wall to the northwest. A coil of tubes dangling from the left side of the panel periodically flashes with sparks, while a single square window on the panel blinks with several lines of Androphan writing. You can see there are doors leading in all of the cardinal directions from this chamber, the north and south of which appear to have been opened.
Can I read any other writing?
Yes, actually. The writing is as follows. I'm actually gonna whisper this to you, Quinn. Just imagine this in like a bulleted list.
And Petra, I'm gonna try and loop back around.
Try not getting killed.
Well, I'm hoping that this hallway's cleared out since the halflings ran through here. If I can't get out of this room, I'll come back. But I was just gonna see if I could find something else on within, a closer distance to get Karak and yourself too.
Oh god. Hold on. I whispered it and it didn't come up. Oh, that's why. There you go.
There it is.
The last line is flashing in red, whereas the second line is a bright blue. The other three lines are sort of a faint, dim color of blue.
Interesting. Can I get
so good.
will this door slide open?
Yeah,
The north
it's
one?
it's already been open. You can kind of push it
Okay.
open even more.
I'd like to go through that.
Sure.
I'm following the trail of the blood, and since I can see Quinn, my assumption would be that he did the same. So I would like to also try to slide open the door
Sure.
while I'm standing here.
Do you need a description of the room or?
No, I got the description, but what my question would be, do I recognize that one person who's not yet completely stripped of everything?
Roll me a perception check.
My perception is shit tonight.
There's bits. The clothing looks familiar-ish in the sense that you here, hold on.
Have seen clothes before.
Yeah. So the clothing looks familiar in the sense that like it's clearly someone who is probably native to the area. Looks like they were outfitted with weapons and armor, though most of it seems to have been lost or damaged. But you can't make out the person.
Okay.
Not from where you are, at least.
I would then walk over and start searching the body just to see if I can find any kind of personal effects that might help me to identify, or maybe something I could bring back if I can't identify it myself. Maybe somebody else in Torch can. Would that
Yeah.
be, I don't know, investigation? Do you want me to roll for that?
No, you can take a like as you kind of as you can root around in this body. There's not much left on it, but you could take something that like you think would be identifiable if you want.
I was just wondering if there's some kind, maybe a piece of jewelry, anything that.
Yeah, there's the most you find is like a gold ring with kind of a strange banding design on it.
Okay, yeah, I would take that and put it into a pouch. If that would have been Connor, would I have been able to?
Possibly.
I can't say.
I mean, possibly. Connor is fairly distinctive.
And I've seen him a lot.
Yeah, you've seen him. This guy doesn't look like Connor.
Is there? So there are some screens, right, and they're lit.
Yeah, the any writing on them would be probably an androphine.
Yeah, so I can't really do anything with that. I'm just gonna scan the room, see if there's anything that might be of interest for us. Anything valuable, more plastic cards.
Okay. Yeah.
Silver discs.
So yeah.
You go ahead and so if you want to, there doesn't seem to be anything valuable here. You might be able to salvage some of the pieces from this machine, being that it is in prime working condition, but you haven't gotten actually near the sort of medical machine to see if you can check it out.
What medical
like the big ones that these guys are on. Like if you wanted to kind of get in there and see if you could pull anything off of this.
No. Rowan would be just focused on something, because she might not be able to decide anyway if whatever she could pull off the machines is useful or not. So she would more be more on the lookout for silver discs or the cards. Stuff like that.
As you kind of you're sort of like leaning over this thing and kind of leaning over this body and like looking around, you actually hear the machine begin sort of whirring and moving as the armature begins to kind of like lift up, and you watch as it like flips through a couple of tools, and it seems to land on this long sort of bladed thing that is then like sliding forward towards you. You actually just have time to sort of like pull yourself out of the way as it like ching down into the table and almost begins cutting, like as if it were mechanically trying to perform some sort of surgery on something here.
I mean, yeah, thorough surgery. Okay, let's leave that room. And passing it back over to you, Quinn. Getting the hell out of that room.
All right. So she's working on that. Quinn, what are you doing?
I want to stealth peek into this room. The doors that I'm standing in front of right here.
Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, where are we? We're here. Okay. All right. Cool. This room is actually sealed, and it is going to require a black level key.
Do I have?
Yeah, from one of us.
Petra has, or Robin has it on her.
Sorry. What did you say? What were we talking about?
You have the black key card, correct?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Askren, what about this door here?
That one is actually not locked.
Okay. Can I peek into it?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So like
Uh,
a break room?
As you kind of shove this door open, you can see there are 2 circular metal tables and several chairs that fill the bulk of this room. Metal cabinets sit against the walls, while to the north stands a large machine with glowing panels on its surface. The air in this room feels unusually warm.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna travel through the room to this other door
Okay.
and walk out. Where I guess I step out into the corridor as Robin is stepping out into the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we lost Petra, though.
What?
Oh.
What? Oh
Didn't
no.
even see that.
Oh no, everything's broken and the world is coming to an end. Oh god.
Fig boot.
That is an
Well-
appropriate response.
Fig Boot is gonna start walking.
Well, I'm gonna come. I'll
He's-
come back and get you guys. I assure that I have a conversation with Robin, and then the 2 of us will come back into the room and we can all talk in here.
Okay.
as a
Yeah,
group.
I'm gonna try and get her back while you guys converse. Oh my god, it's fucking sweaty in
So
here.
you went into this room.
So-
the medical bay.
Yeah. If you travel down the hallway here, there's a medical bay. It's got 2 dead bodies in there. Not a
Were
real
they-
great sight.
Were
but-
they like aliens?
No, they were people.
Oh, and I'm back.
Oh, hello.
Oh no, she's back.
Sorry, you guys. I was about to reach down and pull the plug on my laptop because we have a heavy thunderstorm coming in, and just that moment we had a split second of power outage, and the
Oh shit!
so if that happens again, I can't do anything because I actually lost internet for a second. I had to reboot and stuff, but at least I have the.
The magic of
Happy to have you back.
the magic
Yeah, I
of
was about to
SSDs.
send a tweet, but I came back faster.
Okay, so the part that you missed is
Everybody died.
no, I
Yeah.
found a break
Yeah.
room. I stepped out into the hallway. You and I saw each other, and now we're back in the
Okay.
in the room as a group. And I was
Okay,
telling everybody that there's 2 dead bodies in the medical bay. Fig Boot asked if they were aliens. I said no, that they were humanoid.
Okay.
That's where
Can you guys still see me in Roll20? Because I can, but I'm not sure if I have to refresh.
No, we got you.
yeah, we
Okay.
got you. If you continue down the hallway to the west, you run into a circular room. It's got some sorts of writing in it. I'm not really sure what an elevator is, but that's what you got.
Well, if you go with the straight up meaning, it's something that elevates you, I suppose. But who knows what that means? And I sort of wince as I accidentally, for a moment, I forget about the cauterized wound on my leg, and I sort of put my weight on it, and then regret it instantly and wince. And goes, but whatever we do, I would appreciate it if we could find a room where we could hold up for the night.
Well, so I'm getting there. I found a nice little small room with some tables and some chairs.
That
How
would
how
work.
many exits?
2.
It's good enough for me. Let's go.
Okay, let's go to the
Alright.
break room.
Krog, who are you holding up?
I'm here. I'll be fine. Just give me a bit.
Do you need me to help you?
Absolutely not.
All right.
I can carry you.
Absolutely not.
Did you eat those berries?
In the process.
All right. So you guys want to seal yourself in the break room?
Yeah.
All right. Let me.
I am eating the remaining 8 berries, by the way.
I'm
Gotcha.
eating a cup of noodles.
Yeah, there's probably a microwave somewhere.
It's got someone's name on it.
It's right here. I don't care. I'm still eating it. I'm an asshole.
Do you actually want to? Do you actually want to go through the shelves and stuff?
Yes, please.
Yeah, totally. I do.
If you
I help
guys
them.
We're
search,
gonna be in here for a while, so yeah, we like fucking raid this place.
if you search for I actually have to get another book for something here. Hold on one second. Nope, that's not a viable PDF. Come on. There we are. All right. I just have to look up the description of this thing. There we are. Got it. So as you raid the sort of stashes here, you're gonna find like a large box that just contains an entire collection, like easily 100 or more of these things that look like small metallic tubes of like toothpaste or paint. It's sort of like a malleable cylinder with a cap on one end.
Let's open them. I mean, I guess it's, even if we've never seen one, I would assume that it's somewhat I think Robin was first trying to pull it off.
Yeah, I was
The
gonna say,
cap-
I think I
that's
definitely
probably the
scooped one
first-
out on the table.
Yeah, the cap could open as you take one and kind of squeeze it out on the table. This sort of strangely colored, goopy contents will be extruded. The texture and appearance is kind of this lumpy, sort of colored gray matter.
Yummy. What does it smell like?
It doesn't really smell like much.
Can I taste it?
Yeah, sure. You wanna take a
Yeah.
take like a cake frosting taste?
Yeah.
The paste is actually fairly, like, doesn't taste horrible. Tastes fairly decent. The flavor is hard to place exactly, but it clearly has some sort of flavor to it. There appear to be different symbols on the side of each of the tubes, which you kind of quickly I come to assume will probably identify whatever the flavor is, though they're not all readily identifiable. These things, you may have heard of them before, but you probably have never seen them be preserved like this.
Jeez whiz.
Yeah, the contents of one of these tubes can basically provide you with a full day's worth of nourishment.
Nice. It tastes decent.
Yeah.
We're good.
It's less spray cheese and more toothpaste.
I don't advise eating things you don't know what they are, but why don't you go ahead and take a handful of those? We'll monitor.
Yeah, Robin
Karak's
is going
health.
to wait for a while and see if Karak and
I mean,
are
Do you see
anyway.
Karak just in the corner, like squeezing like 5?
Yep. That's exactly what's happening right now.
I let her do it, but I'm not eating any of them. I'll stick a whole bunch in my pack on the off chance that she doesn't get sick, but I'm not eating any until I've monitored.
Robin would actually say, Karak, maybe you should wait a little bit. Who knows?
I'm gonna
I mean, if-
growl. As just continue to shove more.
Just let her do it. If she dies, it's her own damn fault.
Yeah, Robin just sort of raises her eyebrows and then starts rummaging in her backpack to get a normal ration of food from there and starts eating.
Guys, if you mix the pink one and the purple one together, they taste really good.
It almost starts to taste like steak.
This one's the meat paste and this one's the gravy paste.
Guys, someone hand me that orange one right now.
And
Violent?
actually, while she's violently eating, even though I'm still skeptical of that, I make
rage
sure
eating?
to set aside at least 10 of those tubes and let them stealthily drop into my backpack.
Okay. There is 120 of them total, so you can take as many as you like.
And Karak eats 100 of them. Not really. Only 5.
Only 5.
Only 5.
Yeah,
I mean, if I eat them all at once, then I'm gonna be nourished for 5 days, right?
120 days, guys. 120 days.
Plus the
If only it worked that way.
plus each of those berries fills you for an entire day too. So you've already got 10
oh,
days.
Yeah,
we're
but those
having
berries taste like shit.
a
This
Lord of
tastes
the
so
Rings.
much better.
We're having a Lord of the Rings Lambo spread scene coming. Like one bite will keep a grown man nourished for a full day.
So
How
we
many
all-
did you have?
Yeah.
But
This
what
is-
about second breakfast?
Is this the microwave over here?
Sure.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my keyboard and jack into the microwave.
Oh, I thought you were like, oh, I'll just heat up my keyboard.
No, I'm gonna jack into the microwave because I don't know how this shit works. I'm gonna hack it.
Oh.
He
For
starts
some reason I was
communicating
thinking
with the microwave.
musical keyboard.
Yeah, it's a keyboard.
I got even more confused.
You thought it was like that keyboard over there?
Yeah. Just
No,
pull out a keyboard.
I'm talking
shove
like
it in,
that
shove it in the
keyboard.
microwave.
No, the one that I stole from the computer lab or whatever.
Yeah.
From my ninth grade computer lab.
I was taking a typing class.
So Robin will go through the same routine as the evening before. Well, we don't even know what time is it, but so she
I'm pretty
eats
sure
and then
Billy
she
slept like a couple of minutes ago.
yeah, and then she takes out the chewing tobacco, and afterwards, and she passes it around if somebody else wants. And afterwards, she starts to go over notes again, and all the while she's fiddling with that amulet of hers, and you can actually. It almost looks like a wheel a little bit. It has a front and a back, and then something in between. And the front, if anybody would, for whatever reason, watch her, you could see that you can spin the front disc of the amulet. And so she starts looking over her notes. At some point, she looks up and and looks at Figboot and goes, "Remind me again, Figboot. What was it that made you join this mission?"
Well, it's a bit personal information, quite a long story to be honest, but if you would like to hear it, then perhaps I can tell you.
Quinn kicks back in one of the chairs and puts his feet up on the table.
Yeah, I was about to do the same. Robin props up her wounded leg and says, I'd be in the mood for a story right now.
Well, I come from a humble clan of dwarves. We were called the Ridgebark. And we are not from Numeria. We are from the outskirts, kind of in the southeast of here. When one day a very drunk idiot in our clan went out and found some of this technology, some of these things that came from, what you call it, the fall of the stars or whatever, found something there that ended up bringing a lot of very hostile automated things to our clan and destroying a lot of our land and our people, and further making us wary of the technology brought down. So I was sent out with a few others to find the cause of this device and why it called these hostile robots, and to possibly find a way to get them off of our land, because they're still there just kind of wandering around killing things. And all of this is very foreign to me. And it's all very interesting, but also very annoying. And I went on this quest just because I'd like to learn more about how this technology works in an effort to stop it from killing more Ridgebark, and so that Figboot can go back to his home and live in peace without Saws trying to cut off his head, or his boot, even worse.
I imagine it must be hard for you being away from your normal nature-rich habitat. Well, I mean, we have plant things running around here, but not exactly the kind you would want to see.
You could say that, yes. I am a little homesick. I mean, it's not bad out here, but yes, I do miss. There was this old grove that I would go to on my off days. It was quite nice. If you were lucky, you would see. Anyway.
And so tell me, You're going to ask out that dwarven lady when we're back,
She
aren't
is a
you?
beautiful one, is she not? Dolga,
Well,
what
can't
a
say she's my
fine-
type, but
I
I'd
haven't seen
forgotten her
another
name. I'm
dwarf.
impressed.
I haven't seen another dwarf in such a long time, especially one of my age and one of my taste, I should say. So it was very nice to see one around here. And she's quite
So-
beautiful.
Does everything you taste like fig? Like, is that just part of you?
What?
and I sort
I
of
mean, like, if you drink
lazily,
water.
I sort of lazily have my head roll around and, and say to her, for a moment there, I was thinking you're going to ask him if he's tasting a fig. Speaking of tasting, any stomach pain yet?
No, I feel amazing. Aside from profusely bleeding.
As you guys are having your conversation, probably it's not even remotely like 8 hours into your it's probably only after maybe an hour or so. You guys have eaten and you're
Since
sort
the
of
desert?
no since you
No, since we settled down.
closed the doors in this chamber.
Oh, okay.
And you hear noise. Sounds like very heavy, sort of metallic noise, like on the solid sort of metal panel floor, and is coming from not far from where you are now.
What direction?
It's hard to tell in this room. Somewhere outside this room, probably to the south-ish.
I'm gonna kill it. I want to eat, and it's not letting me. I'm going to kill it.
I sort of place a hand
Yeah.
on her arm and
Quieter.
sort of quietly get up and sort of half close my eyes, trying to determine what way it's coming from.
Roll me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should all
Because I'm so good
hug
with
the wall
perception.
Yeah.
on this door, so that
Hallelujah, 16.
if it were to open the door, then we wouldn't see anything.
Can I attempt a perception check as well?
Yeah, sure.
I think we should all be quiet and wait this out.
That's what I think too.
Robin, you hear something heavy tramping through the hallway, possibly the one you just came through. It seems to be heading away from you. However, you can make out that not only are there very heavy footsteps, as you kind of listen, you can hear the faint of something metallic being dragged along the floor, like something heavy and metal being dragged along the floor.
Yeah, I'm probably also going just to do this and then sort of making a movement that it's trying to indicate through hand gestures, very professional hand gestures, that the thing is going that way.
Yeah, we need to develop some semaphore in this group.
And so it's not, it continues to get, sort of to move away from us, get quieter.
It is, yeah, it's not moving very far, but you can hear it sort of, like, the grinding continues, and then you hear some sort of, like, clanging noise.
And I sort of mouth over to Quinn. One of the robots? The metal man?
More than likely. If it's moving away from us, I say we just be quiet, wait it out.
Well, it's not exactly like we can run in this condition anyway.
No,
Sure, I can.
if we can avoid some scraps, I think we should.
Okay, I just continue to stay in this sort of kind of ready, but also not being able to really put weight on my hurt leg. but unsure what to do, so I'm just standing in the room for the next 5 to 10 minutes, listening.
Yep. Same.
All right. The noise will continue, and then as it kind of gets dimmer, you just hear as it sounds like a door has closed somewhere to the south.
If it went through the south door, that means it's in the sick bay. I didn't check that room out. I assumed it was full of the infected.
Well, if we're going to keep exploring, then sooner or later we will run into it. So, I look at Figboot and Krog. Should we try to get some sleep?
Yes, I think we should.
Yeah, if we're gonna do it, let's get it. Let's do it. And move on.
Before as you're saying this, you hear you hear continued sort of banging, metallic sounds, and you can almost, like, just as you're kind of leaning away from the door, for a second you thought that over, or kind of punctuated by the bassy sort of metallic grinding, you could almost hear a voice. It sounded like it was screaming, but it was very muffled.
You think that's one of the halflings or one of the people in the medical bay?
Yeah, how high pitched was it?
It was
Those people
very
in medical-
it was very
like that.
muffled. It was very muffled, but it didn't sound remotely this, like, it sounded a lot different than the sort of weird.
Oh, so Scott, the people in the medical bay, they were super dead.
Were they super dead? I didn't. I mean, Quinn didn't check. So.
I mean, one was stripped. One was basically.
I know. One of them was like
straight
basically
from
a
Body
skeleton.
World.
Yeah. So, I knew that one was dead, but I wasn't sure about the other one because I didn't check it.
For some reason, I assumed so because it was also very much taken apart. I mean, still with clothes on. But...
So it was dragging something heavy. And
yeah, and something
screaming.
metally.
Dragging something heavy and metal makes me think of the machine that
Yeah, maybe it's
that Reginald
one of
came out of.
perhaps it's one of the metal men just cleaning up some of the scraps we saw back there on the hallway.
You can't pretend to ignore that
You
sound though.
You think it was a maid robot?
Well, I mean, somebody, has to be looking out for the ship. I don't know. I look at Karak, so reacting to her comment. I'm not quite sure if we would be of much help right now.
There may not be something there later.
Yeah. What if it's Connor?
As I put on the rest of my food, literally. I look at the others and sort of make a hat gesture, nodding towards the door, and sort of like a questioning, raising my eyebrows. I'm super good with the sign language today. You notice?
Well, you know she's gonna run through the door, right?
We should sleep.
I'm with the dwarf on this one.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow. That's surprising. Yes, we should sleep.
Even a broke clock's correct twice a day.
We should sleep. Figboot.
Croc seems a bit frustrated, but shrugs and nestles back into the chair.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can
Robin
go
is
ahead
also
if
not
you like.
completely happy.
You can go ahead, but I cannot heal you. It's your grave you're digging.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm worried about too. But the DM's
I
really
mean-
trying to bait us to go out this door.
I'm not.
No matter what,
I do
we
nothing.
do, we're
He's
not
like,
going to be able to
I
see
gotta
it
build
tonight.
my cliffhanger somehow.
I don't worry about me.
And
I'm not. You
so
gotta worry about
Robbie,
yourself.
Robin is visibly not too happy about the situation, and then I don't like the idea that it might be Connor, but I hate saying it, but finding out what is going on with the torch is a little bit of a bigger priority right now. And then, sort of begrudgingly, I sit back down.
I cross my arms aggressively.
I can feel the anger.
I start up a new pipe and take first watch.
All right. So you guys seal yourself in this chamber.
Yeah, if I can like prop up some doors, or I mean not doors, like prop up some chairs in front of the doors. that
Yeah.
would-
Pop up some doors in
Super
front of the
swell.
doors.
Yeah. If I could get a second set
More
of
doors
in
is always good.
Oh, sure.
So, okay.
But aren't those sliding doors?
Do you guys? Now here's the thing. If you guys
here.
wanted,
Were they
if you guys wanted, you don't have to take an
Are they
extended rest.
sliding doors?
Yes, they're always sliding doors.
So
Alright,
forget
never
about
mind.
that.
Forget about the chair comment.
If you guys don't necessarily have to take an extended rest, you can restore hit points. You can restore hit dice on a short rest if you like.
We need
That's true.
spell-
I know you do. I'm
the
just-
cleric
I'm just-
needs
But
spells
Figfoot
back.
doesn't get his spells
I know.
back.
yes.
Neither do I.
I know how it works. I'm just telling you guys.
Yeah, no.
We know.
yeah. The
Okay.
conflict, the conflict, the inner
Don't talk
conflict.
us into things that aren't useful for us.
So as you sort of do your best to place your watch, to find some sleep, your stomach's full of this strange goo paste that you have
Only
found in this
Karok's.
chamber. Karok's stomach full of this strange goo paste. As you hear the strange shifting, banging, and rumbling that takes place throughout this the metal corridors of this ruin, this ancient ship. The only thing aside from yourselves and the odd rumble that you have to keep you company as you settle in for a very unpleasant rest in a very uncomfortable area is the muffled and distant but fairly constant low drone of some sort of pained, tortured scream coming from somewhere else in this complex. And that is where we're going to end it for today.
Yeah, we might have to call this rest short, you guys. I don't know how long I'll be able to put up
I'm
with
sorry,
somebody
I-
being
The
tortured.
moral dilemma.
I can't sleep without my ambient music. Hold on. Much better.
Like a whirring sound, you know.
Oh
You're
man.
a real freak, Big Boot.
But
Know that.
but no, that is where we're gonna end it for today. So thank you everyone. Thank you guys for joining us. Obviously, big thank you to my cast. That was an interesting ending. I mean, what exactly is waiting for them in this ancient ruin? Hold on, this music is. Besides terror, yes, there's always terror. But did they kill the halflings? Are there more robots to fight? Who is screaming, and what is left of the expedition the expeditions that seem to have come down here before them? Obviously, we want to know what you guys in chat thought, what you guys thought about the session today. A lot of combat, a lot of halflings dead, and a lot of damage going around, but let us know what you thought. And as always, we want to get some thoughts on the story and events from our players. So let's start with you, Petra, as well as hooks and plugs, anything you want to tell us about yourself. It's alright to get weird, don't worry about it.
Well, so to begin, okay. I really love the whole exploring thing, going from room to room, having no idea what's going to be behind the next door. I find that super interesting, and yeah, the fight was something. I was just annoyed with myself because I posted in chat everything that I predicted actually happened, but only like 2 seconds after I thought, nah, he's not gonna do that after all, so I can go to the other door. And then they came around, of course, because what I was going to do with the oil. I was going to, if they were coming along, but I thought they would come along the corridor, and I wanted to make the ground slippery with the oil so that they would plans that didn't happen. To be honest, I think that little scene at the end was my favorite today. I really enjoy having a little bit of downtime and being able to just interact with the characters for a change with the other PCs.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope we'll have more moments like that.
Oh yeah, always good to spend some time, even in the most unsafe places, to delve into character backstories.
Yeah, and so you guys can find me on Twitter. Twitter handle should be right under my picture, I guess. Under the visage, as we established last session. And then, so aside from playing Robin here every Wednesday, you can watch me play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition for the next 6 Mondays over on the Twitch channel Encounter Roleplay, where we're playing with the Mutant Year Zero system or mechanics, and the campaign is called Ruination, and nobody has died yet, surprisingly, because it's a harsh system. Played Apocalypse World before, and that was bad, but Mutant Year Zero is really, really bad. But I got a second mutation.
Woo!
Isn't that awesome?
What is it?
I am now a rot eater. So basically,
Wow.
if I would transfer that to Robin, she could have eaten the sort of necrotic flesh and
So
either use it as a weapon, spit it out, or actually eat it and nourish herself. Isn't that awesome?
So you're like a maggot.
Yeah, basically. Because in your zero, you get rot the longer you're outside in the radioactive and really, really bad outside.
Awesome. We'll definitely go check her out there and on
So, yeah.
Twitter. If you'd like to, you're welcome to drop a Twitter link in chat. Oh man, did we just get smashed down to 0? What the hell? Nothing. All right, so yeah, go check her out there. Sorry, I was just confused by something I just saw. Scott.
Don't look at things.
I will try not to look. I will never look. I'll turn that monitor off. There, it's off.
Good plan.
Scott.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Scott. I'm at Elenond RPG on
Hi,
Twitter.
Scott.
Who says underneath my visage. I am not currently playing any maggots in the campaign, so that makes me
Guys,
pretty
you're
awesome.
not as cool as I am.
Very much cooler than Petra is. This is the only game that I'm playing in right now on a regular basis. I've got some home games going and stuff like that. If you want to, so you can follow all of my D&D antics on Twitter. I also really enjoy the role playing and the character development. Although I do feel like we probably only slept like maybe an hour ago in game, but whatever. People need
It's 5-minute work day.
Desert. Since
What?
the desert.
I don't think it's that bad because
Have
we
you-
slept in the desert and we did a lot of stuff in between.
I don't think we've done that much stuff in between.
It hasn't been that much stuff. You've never heard of the 5-minute workday?
I thought that, I just wasn't sure what you said.
Yeah, because in D&D, combat lasts like a minute usually.
Yeah.
So you spend all your spells, so in like 5 minutes, and then you just go to sleep again,
Yeah.
and then you just get up and do it again.
That's exactly what just happened here. But we seriously need the rest. So yeah, no, good session. Some good role playing, mostly just fun combat. Super glad that I got to run in and save the day and save Tiger's life. That was my highlight, and I just want to remind everyone again that I saved Tiger from getting killed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we have any fan artists, I need that picture enshrined for all time. I need
Again, of Quinn saving the life.
like
the
it
fake
needs
off,
it
the
needs to
fake
be
t-shirts.
bright and heroic, like radiating light as he stabs that brutal pygmy.
That's exactly how it happened.
It's like a paladin.
Well, only to Karak.
I think I remember there being a winged horse involved that he swooped
Riding
down
a
in on.
winged horse.
Yeah.
Was I missing a couple of arms too? I mean, there were body parts missing. There was a winged horse.
Oh Lord. Yes, go check out Scott over there, and also thank him for playing. Next, of course, Zach. What's going on, my friend?
Life and prosperity. That is what is going on, my friend.
Why does that sound so menacing?
I know, really.
Life and prosperity. That is what's going on.
Everything.
My friend. Everything. Times
I think-
change.
Zach and I should just have like a holy shit. Why is music blasting in my ear now? It just went up
Sorry,
and down.
sorry.
I was like Zach and I should have a growl off. We just do deep gravelly voices all day.
You are not prepared.
You are not prepared.
Okay,
Holy
that's
shit.
pretty good. That's pretty good. You sound more like Liam than I do. Yeah, it was interesting. She has a pop for everything. It's just like, oh, you need. Are you gonna pull out a fig boot pop net?
That's getting made. Yeah, I've
I
secured
swear,
the
that
deal
needs to
for
be
that.
A fig boot
yet.
pop.
got
Yeah, it was.
simple.
It was interesting tonight. I mean, we killed a lot of plants and they surprised us and we were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die. And I was like,
I cannot heal you guys anymore. And then you guys are like, oh, I want to keep killing things. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then we heard goosh, 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 down the hall. And then we were like, oh, let's go to sleep. And that's it.
And that was Iron Gods, the radio drama. Now with these messages from Jimmy Snake Oil.
And if you want to see me do more weird things, then click that thing below my visage.
And now, the weather.
From our good friend, Tiger. Take it away, Tiger.
Take it
I
away,
have-
Tiger.
I have nothing entertaining. My name is Tiger.
Except for
You
puns.
can see my. Well, we get to the point now where I'm like dead. I'm dead. So the puns that come out are not well thought out if they
Like
do
how you
happen.
would have been if Quinn didn't save you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I'd rather be dead.
Rest assured that
Right.
Quinn's gonna wrap that in until the end of his days.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Either way, you can find me at Tiger Rises under the visage down there. Everything is Tiger Rises. My Twitch, Twitter, yeah. So you can find me there. This is the only D&D stuff I do. I stream World of Warcraft, Pokemon, shiny hunting, any other kind of stuff. Just not when Renaissance Fair is happening, which is now. I spend my weekends there.
Awesome.
Spicy meat. Spicy meat.
Yeah. We can get you a meatball holder for that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
we just gotta catch him.
Oh Lord. Well, make sure you show some love to all of my amazing cast right here. These guys are great.
But you guys are the best.
Yeah. You guys are great and also the best. Thank you, Firebringer, for all the links in chat. Go check them out right there. As always, my name is Asker, and I am your host and dungeon master here on Exploding Dice, where we have role-playing all god dang week. We have Iron Gods here on Wednesday. We have Writhing Moon on Saturday, which is getting crazy and mildly sexual as the players got into some real weird brothel stuff last week. If you want to see some uncomfortable torturing of prostitutes, you go watch that episode because it was good. It was good
Okay.
stuff.
That's great.
It is a horror game. That is what happens. I just so no.
See, because I have a mask, but I'm terrified.
He's
I
terrified.
can see you smiling. I can see it.
He's
I
like
can
the
see the
terrified
folds in your
from
face.
from Monty Python when they're in the nurse or not the nuns. It's like, no, take me back, take me back.
But go check that out. Also, Sunday is up in the air. Sunday is changing. I have some one-shots coming for you. We have some community games. And, of course, mixed out throughout during the week, we have other things like Creative Monday, Fuzzy Dice on Tuesday. Make sure you stop along this Tuesday for me hanging out with Satine Phoenix from Geek and Sundry and Alpha's Dungeon Master Tips. Yeah, if you guys have never met her, she is a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Did you say she's the ton of fun?
I said she's
The
a ton.
ton.
She is the ton of fun.
She
There
is
is
ton of
no
fun.
other. The one. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Creative Monday, where we've been making all of the awesome emotes that you guys have seen. When is that? That is Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Fuzzy Dice every week. And then also, sometimes when I have time in the mornings, I do something called Diced Coffee, which is usually some hanging out in IRL and doing some real talk, talking about the channel, talking about life. And then we get into video games. This morning, I actually tried to play Dark Souls for the very first time with a keyboard, and it was miserable. And I beat a boss, and then I died a ton. And then, so we're going to probably get into more of that when I have a controller for that. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. We, of course, are gonna go give some love to our friends. I think we're probably gonna host Saving Throw show. Looks good. We're gonna go throw some love to. Actually, you know what? Let me just refresh this to see who's online. I think we're gonna go over to Saving Throw, but if there's someone else cool that's online, we might go there.
Isn't Saving Throw Show currently hosting us?
No, I believe they're playing. They may have been. They may have been before. Yeah, they may have been before.
Oh, but now they have another show on right now.
Yeah, let me just check. Saving Throw to make sure they're live, because if they are, then that's where we're gonna go. But as always, thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you to. I missed these before, so thank you to Joy of Nihilism. I almost said Nihilism. Nihilism and TX Aggie Cowboy for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to the madness, my friends.
Yeah, it looks like my friends over at Saving Throw are playing the Yawning Portal, a game called Iron Keep Chronicles. This is their very first episode, so we're gonna go host them.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna go host them. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put !raid Saving Throw show in chat. That is where we're gonna go. !raid Saving Throw show, and I need you guys to hit that link and then go type Exploding Dice Raid in the chat. Let them know where you're coming from and show them some love.
Yes, dear children, do that. Go out on the raid.
Yes.
Oh, this is all just radio.
Like to buy some candy, my
This has just
friend?
become a radio drama now. I don't know what we're doing.
Everyone's
No,
just flexing
second, I
their
just
voice
do the
acting
voice
now.
off.
So what I need you to do is I need you to go click
Buy some candy.
click the Saving Throw show link.
Everyone just go over there and watch the Saving Throw show.
I got nothing. I got a southern accent. Is that good enough?
Good enough.
Good
He's
enough.
the one that found him, pal.
Oh man. So that is where we're gonna go. You guys head over there. We of course will see you next time. I will see you guys back here at 9 p.m. Eastern for Writhing Moon. But until then, don't let Dice Lulu get his tentacles on you, because he might let you sleep while someone is tortured in the next room.
What you gotta
Definitely would
do.
do that.
You do what you gotta do. Or he
You're a
might
bad
make
man.
it eat his goo out of the tube.
There you go.
The goo tube.
That's Karak's favorite. I
The
mean,
newest
The
website.
GooTube.
GooTube.
He'll make you eat the goo tube. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care, everyone.
Fig
Night.
boot.
Bye.
Fig boot. Fig boot.
Quinn.